these two teams, they have so much to prove. But for Fluke Show, they're coming in hot with 4 veterans.
Yeah, they're really looking to try and find the success that they haven't before. We have so many different weird variations of teammates that we've seen from the past. They know each other, they have experience with each other, and they're hoping to bring it all together today to try and find a win and try and find a Tier 2 team to actually have that success on the Tier 1 stage here in Americas that we haven't seen so far. They've been looking great in their run so far. They've been keeping composure. They look like they're ready for this matchup against Cloud9, but it's still a tough opponent because they're starting to find their way here.
Yeah, they've had a lot more time to prepare as well because they did win from challengers. They qualified to play-ins right away, did not have to play in that last chance qualifier. And they beat 2G, who in that last game got it really close against Furia. So we're looking at Fluke Show to be that first team to bring a win onto the stage for challengers.
We've already seen some really, really great improvement from C9 in their last 2 matches, and I feel like it's obvious to me that they've put in tons of effort in and outside of the server. That being said, they definitely shouldn't go into this match underestimating Fluke Show, like you said, Emily, but I do think they should be confident going into it, given the amount of growth that we've seen from them as a team in these last 2 matches. They're really implementing, you know, what we call the Zelsis way.
The Zelsis way, the Aussie way. They've heard it all at this point, but I think now we really got to give a lot of credit to Veer for being able to bring these players out of their shells, bringing them back to life on this stage. And hopefully that's something that we're going to see today is Cloud9 riding on that momentum, continuing to improve every single match after match. That's really going to be the key here, is for them to come in confident. Don't change what they've been doing. That's been working. Just build on top of that.
Yeah, sometimes the smallest things make the biggest difference. And for C9, it's been that foundational turn. But looking at these maps, Lotus coming in first from Fluke Show. They've picked that, and C9's going to start on the defense. Breeze and Split coming up afterwards, though.
I mean, it makes sense. To be honest, for Fluke Show, or what they used to be La Masia, they had a great map pool. It felt like there wasn't a map for them that they didn't thrive on. On Lotus, they were 5-2. On Breeze, 4-1. Split, 6-1. So that being said, though, Cloud9, that gives them a lot of footage to work here. They have a lot of prep coming into it, and even though they haven't had the same success that they wanted on that map, this is a new Cloud9, like you were kind of saying, Alexis.
While they had that prep, I also feel like they were prepping a lot of Summit. Like, they tried to play it these last few weeks and it didn't go their way. So I'm wondering if they've, you know, lacked practice in these other maps that Fluke Show is so good at. Fluke Show. I think I said that wrong.
Not the player, the team.
Yes, but yeah, I think I agree with you. I think Fluke Show kind of has strengthened the map pool here because C9 has kind of been gimmicking a bit with the Summit, trying to get it right, but they just they weren't able to. They ended up banning it here.
Am I seeing a Yoru on Oxy's screen? That's a little crazy.
That's kind of wild if that's true.
I didn't think I would see this time around, but I guess we'll never know until Agent Select.
Well, you know what we were talking about earlier is that Yoru is still valid. We are convinced. I think this was yesterday, actually. We're convinced Yoru is still valid. He still works. Someone needs a one trick.
But do you think it's like one of those agents that are kind of more of a one-off? Or like you use it once and then pivot later on?
Yeah, the thing is, for me, when wildcard picks come in, I'm always worried because it means it's kind of a band-aid fix going into it. We can't be sure till we see the comps or the agents up on the screen, which is coming up shortly. But it's just a band-aid fix. That's something that I kind of struggle with, but we are getting the double dive duels from Zenatsu and Paula. These two players we've talked about a little bit. They've been really good with that movement.
We don't see a lot of Waylay on Lotus lately. Either like Raze solo duelist or like double duelist with Neon Raze. We don't see a ton of Waylay. I really like that pick. And yeah, you were right, Oxy on the Yoru.
Wait, it's the solo duelist.
It's the solo duelist.
Okay, that to me, a little bit sus.
No, I don't like that.
A little bit sus. I mean, maybe they want flashes. I don't know. I feel like if you want flashes, you should opt to play the G2 comp and just swap Faden for Sky.
Yeah.
This feels a little bit weird. I feel like map control is going to be kind of difficult. Like taking that rubble space, usually people use, you know, the Neon Stun, the Nade.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to be kind of hard for them, but we'll see.
Well, let's get it into map 1 and send it over to your casters. Here's Bren and Sideshow.
Yeah, let's get this one started then. Cloud9 versus Fluke Show, and it's going to be an intriguing one, to be honest, as well, because this one's opening up. It hasn't gone the same way that it has in EMEA. No. We've seen the Tier 2 teams really winning a lot, and we're going to see if that trend continues in Americas, where the Tier 1 teams, the partnership teams, have been doing pretty damn well. And listen, it's Cloud9 going up against the Brazilian Revenge Squad, where the old members that have played in Tier 1, some familiar names if you've been watching from the very beginning, going up against this Cloud9 team that are revamped, refreshed, I think, as well, well with some great ideas recently.
I think for sure this Fluxor team is just full of players that they're returning faces, Brent, but those faces got bruised so badly last time they were up on this stage. You know, these are players that have been through the mill on squads like Furia and squads like MIBR in 23, 24. And now alongside Zenatsu, back to see if they can land a counterpunch.
Oxy's got their gate crash layer down so he can posture a little bit early, but they will be getting into it. Bits and pieces here. A lot of emphasis being placed over towards Oxy, and that's going to be a double dash in his face with the right click. And the classic does the job. Harlow's going to be good for it.
That very overwhelming double dive is going to be something that Fluxor completely rely on. In theory, Cloud9 were ready for that because they have this Viper wall ready to play retake, but Oxy just couldn't get out.
Hard press now. Zenatsu. One young face. At least fresh in terms of playing on the Tier 1 stage.
Yeah, he is 24.
Yeah, he is 24. That's why I had to correct myself. Esports terms. Let's get a bit up there here, but Cloud9 are going to be ramping up to see if they can go for the retake. The Thorns are going to be stifling them for now. Paranoid onto the one side, alongside the Haunt into the back. It's the wall that actually just defends, but these are shots in the dark. Still, it clips one into the head. That's going to be the defuse, though. Still being stuck. Vix on half, already with that smoke up. The shots are rattled, but they are going wide as anything. And that is a pissed around. Stolen away, straight underneath them.
Fluxor just playing their own game there, backing off, looking to play that post plant over towards Mound, not realizing that with Vic alive and with the wall still up, you can't reliably play a post plant like that. And I think those are the small details that may end up telling a big story in a match like this. Especially when C9 have been giving a lot of credit to Imi's anti-stratting.
Yeah.
Coming out with a pistol round like that does seem to indicate to me that they've got some very clear game plans.
We were speculating, I mean, a desk definitely speculating about the Yoru just before we jumped in. I was hearing a lot of disagreements with it, but
yeah, well,
with how much they've been thinking about the anti-stratting, I was thinking, well, is it something to do with the device? It gives you great options to play against that.
I think also the Yoru, on defense, you can get into fairly advanced positions and still have a gate crash to escape. The gate crash has been buffed recently, right? So it's not as tragic as it was early.
It's like 20 seconds, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not.
Don't quote me on that.
It's not as good as it used to be. It used to be a full 30, but it's not horrible anymore. And on the attack side, like you said, you can take a bit of rubble space for free, as if you were a chamber. But also, it does interact with the device quite nicely. Here's the pop.
Okay, I mean, double dash straight past it. That judge is not going to be good at range, and Zelsa's going to be taken out as a result of it. It's a player advantage here. Fluxor can jump on the chance.
It's that same double pop idea with the two duelists, and it's overwhelming for Cloud9 again. They thought they could shut it down, and they got caught there.
Feels dangerous, doesn't it? Around like this now. And Fluxor are not going to be making the same mistakes here. They are pressed up onto the site, not going to be playing this one all the way back. Cloud9 launching their way forwards. Towing onto the site for now. So the C is going to be layered in through the back. A lot of damage done here, but that judge needs to be dealt with. Somehow it comes down to this. It's just Vic now, left in a 1v2. Has to deal with that horn, but it's going to be revealed in the process. Stray shots. That smoke just does not go far enough here. Fluxor, what an answer back immediately.
Vic ran out of bullets. Couldn't even contest. Diabolical situation where he's saving 19 armor and a Guardian. Fluxor have responded instantly. Couldn't get out of that situation with the guns that they had, but they'll be fine about that. Honestly, that's not too bad at all. Getting the round on the board. Let's take a look at how this actually happened. Fireball Ops gets caught. Zelsis, I think, got team flashed in the middle of this as well, potentially. Because he just didn't spot the players flying past him. That setup on site dismantled. Parlo looking good on the waylay so far, getting these deep entries into C.
Just like that, they're going to be back into things. This is a map. Fluxor are going to have to play this in certain manner, especially when they're not running the Viper. Wall up though. Cause for concern, they're spamming for now.
This team has some really bad luck on the anti-ecos.
Yeah.
When I've been watching them in Brazil, it's rounds like this that are devastating for them because they just get lured into the traps.
One waiting on the other side of things here, but hopefully there it is. With heavy weaponry and outlaw in the hands, couple of rifles too.
Well dealt with.
Yeah, it's going to pave the way, isn't it, to a bit of success. So
they did go forwards into the stacked site, but this time able to bait those swings out of Cloud9 off the back of the flash from Fireball Lobs. And Fluxo clean up.
Spike planted.
Parler's 2 away, 1 away now that you got the plant down from having a Waylay ultimate that could be pretty good at keeping this momentum going forwards too.
Yeah, stringing ults together. Still just trying to figure out whether or not he can even die from the spike from this position.
Yeah.
He's worried about trying to avoid Parler. He knows the game that they're going to be up to. Trying to sidestep a door. Oh my god, okay, just takes him out.
Well, I mean, if you take him out, you still give him the ultimate.
Yeah.
But fair enough.
You can't really reclaim the gun either, so he is watched and surrounded. There's no hope for him here.
He does need to die. In theory, actually, it would have been a nice idea for Mazine to even keep him alive in that situation, but he was making his way towards the spike explosion. Would have gone down in either spot there. And now Parler does have that ult online. Situation for Cloud9 here where they need to stabilize. Because that round, and it's been a very clear theme here, it's been C execs. Yeah. It's been just, let's pop into C as far and as deep as we can with Parler and Zenatsu.
Listen, if they're not fighting over C mount, they're getting all the space for free.
Yeah.
Able to walk all the way up to the choke again, and there's, I mean, yeah, Cloud9 are not setting up too much, are they? It's just Fireball Ops. Thorns are not going to be doing much, I think, when they double dash over it.
Yeah, Zelsis might get there with a snake bite, but you could say the same again. It's Zenatsu that you would need to take down, but Parler's going to be in on top of it. And look at the angle for an ultimate right now. You could catch Zelsis and Fireball Ops.
Yeah, the potential is there.
Nice to see Zenatsu there trying to bait out a Vice Wall. That was something that they were honestly terrible at in their most recent game, and they catch Oxy.
Yeah, I mean, confident onto the B-long line. But then as that door opens up, he's going to be falling prey to it. Oxy. Not having a great time so far.
No, a couple of situations where he should have been able to escape probably, but didn't have the gate crash available, couldn't get backwards fast enough. All right, this is one of those spots, though. They know that the wall was not on C, so it must be either front B or over towards A. But they have not spent the time to bait it out at B right now. They're probably just going to send their duelist in alone.
Yeah. Parler's got to refract too as well, in case there was a little bit more behind this.
Yeah, that's a nice way of dealing with it.
Victor trying to step up to most of this one. That's not ideal. So that's just going to be falling almost immediately, and so is 2Es. 25 seconds left. Convergent pass off to the side, but that TP will not save you. Chiz straight there. With a dagger to the back, takes out Vic. Plant still needs to go down, by the way. There's 15 seconds left, and it's a mad rotate, but nobody accounts for the corner.
Devastating attempt at a retake for C9. That spot gets so much value, but usually for the defenders, not usually for an attacker that's inserted themselves. Brutal. Having all 3 of your retaking players have to go through the door. Good lord.
Okay.
If you're looking at the maps, I think both teams will be fairly happy about this. From C9's perspective,
oh my god,
the next 2 maps are the ones that they can focus on. Breeze and Splitter where they beat 100 Thieves. Breeze and Splitter where they beat Crew. C9 will be happy that they can win this match 1-2 anyway, even if they trip up on Lotus.
Trade up and over again. You're right. Apple-wise, it does get interesting. Oxy, what's the plan here? Well, does claim himself a kill. He's looking to see if he can get a little bit more now. Bit of supportive util potentially from the team. How is he still alive in this spot? He is not being pressed out of the position. Fireball Ops there with a share, but eventually all cleaned up in the end. Fluxo can keep this one moving forwards. 4-1 currently. Steamrolling. All smiles.
I'd be thinking about taking attack time out here for C9 at some point.
It's got to be the case.
Via's the new head coach. They made that swap around, dropped Timmy down to assistant coach, brought Via up. I think it's rejuvenated them, honestly. C9 have had some better understanding of what they want to be doing on maps. Had some nice understanding of what opponents are going to want to be doing. But right now, they need an adjustment. Maybe just believing that the team will have what it takes with Oxy picking up the op to challenge on C. But Fluxo have gone in the other direction immediately.
Yeah, full-on aggression over towards that A-rubble angle. Big reveal, Jack. I respect that. So on over the smoke still. JZA is just contesting up to that front B space. Celsa's taken out. A lot of damage goes either way. Fireball Ops for the right time to strike on this one, and there it is, unaccounted for. Onto the angle. It's a good return, though, at a fire. So that's just straight on top of it. Still sidestepping. It's Vic. Trying to avoid the eye. We see the overdrive that popped off. Zanatsu though is 11 HP, and he's cautious of this one. There's thorns all around you. Gotta be careful. B main control. Shot goes wide. Oxy looking and hoping to clear this one up, but it's a player disadvantage situation again for Cloud9, and retaking with the op is never ideal.
Look at the crossfire that C9 have to get through here, though. Between Tui's and Zanatsu. Are they just backing off?
Yeah,
Are they just leaving this
they're
completely?
just leaving it to save, aren't they?
I mean, if Oxy had hit the shot there onto JZZ, then they would have had a really good opportunity to get back in. But this is another disaster round here for C9.
Yeah,
At least they'll keep some of the weaponry to be able to work with, but I'm saying hit the big red button here for sure. And I might have been thinking about doing it a round or two earlier.
It's not looking inspiring.
Fluxo keeping it fairly simple, to be honest. One gun removed, but Vic's going to be able to keep his, and Oxy kept the expensive one. Fluxo have demonstrated they can hit C, and now that conditioning means that C9 have got to go and change something up. This time it was put the operator over on that area of the map. I mean, that is a bad miss. For a guy that has been dominating in his last couple of games.
No timeout?
Still no timeout.
Time to jump.
I mean, maybe they're trusting in the process.
Trust the process.
Finding over that C-mount here. They got a Viper's Pit. Oxy's immediately TPing all the way around. Vic with a deep TP onto a Rubble is punished. Let's take a listen in.
A porta já saiu. Deixa eu falar, guys. O Alp pode ter rodado A, tá? Ele rodou, ele depô. Rodou a menos 80 na escada.
Vamos ser.
Ele vai terminar a Hot C, sim. Mano, junta C vocês. Deixa eu B aqui. Só junta C vocês aí.
Mano, pega essa orb e eu ulto o bomb, tá?
Quer smoke na boca?
Não, já
Lá
tá.
vou
Eu
global
ult
B.
aqui,
Se
guys.
liga, galera. Presta atenção. Eu vou fazer um fakezinho no B. Vocês entram C, tá? Só pra segurar a rotação.
Troca de arma comigo, Twist.
Vai aqui, vem cá. Troca aqui atrás pra não ver. Vai. 2, 3 e foi.
Mano, eu...
Me dá o time, por favor. Eu preciso de um smoke pra mim, tá, Twist?
Tá. Só pedir.
Você vai smocar o
Zanatsu.
Secret. Você vai smocar o
Tá bom,
Secret.
só pedir.
Vou ensinar
Pode
close.
smocar.
Esquerda. Eu vou ensinar a esquerda,
Tá.
vocês estão
Vou pagar a direita.
Fechou,
Liga o
fechou.
spin.
Tô pronto.
Agora, guys.
Pode entrar aí.
2, 3 e foi.
Esquerda, guys.
Céu, um.
Morto.
Céu, um comigo aqui no B.
Vai direita. Tô com você. Tô do seu lado, só vai.
Passa.
Abre você comigo?
Vai. 1, 2, 3.
Vai, ZB.
Vou plantar aberto.
Mano, a Vice vai querer abrir a porta e ultar pelas costas. Volta pra trás, volta pra trás.
Eu ulto ela. Calma, relaxa.
Tá bom. Cuidado base CTR também, tá?
Base CTR, tá?
Tá, vem
Joga
cá.
pras
Eles
costas.
juntaram.
Tá.
Eu tô cachoeira pra comer tempo.
Tá, vou cravar a base do Jop, tá?
Base é do...
They're all gonna be bent side. I think you just wait, Cam, let the Ural clear this, and then you cross and ult. Push it, go to push water.
2.
Go back,
They go back,
two. You know now,
now,
Cam.
okay?
One bend, neon bend.
I'm holding.
Ben dead. I'm ulting mound.
Yeah, there should be no guns or deep.
Push left in and deep.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Save.
There we go. Fluxo again putting another one on the board.
Zelsis got absolutely destroyed trying to anchor over there. It's magnetic.
Yeah.
The stun and the saturate together have just been finding the right target. One of those pieces of utility has been finding the right target and opening the door completely. Look at this. Jumps over the
It's
top.
overwhelming,
Had
isn't
Celsius not been stunned here, I think he probably gets both. Because he's in a really good spot. One of those plays is vulnerable.
Remaining.
But when you're stunned up like that, you just don't have the bullets fast enough to be able to deal with anything there.
No. Gotta start finding
And
over that
finally-
C-mount or something, yeah.
Finally, Via's going to hit the timeout after his team is down 6-1. It might be a little too late even, to be honest with you.
Inclined to agree, but you never know. Might be able to turn things around. I mean, one thing I'm noticing is Fluxo looking like prime DRX in 2024 champs. They are hard execing into these sites. They're getting away with murder onto the C site. And I guess the answer before was putting an op in Oxy's hands, but then they weren't leaning C, and then he was left guessing, and then they were constantly playing retake all the time. They're in a troubling spot.
Yeah. I think also what you're seeing is that C9 have tried quite a number of different things on C. They've tried holding in passive positions, but they weren't passive enough and they were still getting jumped on.
Yeah.
They've tried holding close to the choke point, and they ended up getting messed up as well. And they've also tried opping over towards Mound, and those, unfortunately, were the few times that Fluxo went in a different direction. And so, Via's now given them another alteration to what's going on. The buy is not great. They've got 2 Bulldogs coming into this. They don't have ults to work with because they just failed to see retake with all of those big ults. It's a dire situation. C9 Starting off here very rough.
Full by kicking off. That is a committal of the ult. He's all the way in their spawn, and that has just sowed chaos. Everybody having to clear out the picture. Fireball ops though. Got a sight set on it. Paranoia. Push them off the line. Everybody from Cloud9 is actually grouping up to see if they can clear this guy out of the way. Double dash forwards though. This has completely cut up the site, and Cloud9 are forced to retreat.
So he probably needs some help. Want to try to connect with Tuiz. Tuiz actually comes back to the rest of the pack. Oxy trades out.
They're refighting together again. Let's trade out. Oxy going down. Plant still not down. Look a little towards it. Cloud9 have got players in position, and with the kills flooding in, potentially a real good chance. Plant finally now committed, but the Halo bullets eventually connecting straight through the wall. No kill claim, but they've softened up these targets. Parla got to step up. We need to see some heroics here. Just hoping for an answer, just barely the shoulder, just missing out. 35 health left still. Util needs to be dealt with as well. Players deep onto these sides, shoulder to shoulder. Fluxo are finding it difficult now. They are all weakened, bloody and bruised at this point. Swift Breeze going to be bringing down most of them here, and Jack is the one doing the cleanup. All swinging together here. Good discipline in the end. Cloud9, they finally get around to stop this momentum.
That was a much nicer round from C9. They didn't lose anybody early. There was nobody on site that got massively overwhelmed by some kind of exec utility. Fireball Ops prodded over towards Tuiz in spawn, and then thought, nah, not worth it, and decided to just play the 5v5 retake, applying lots of pressure to the plant. These players were chipped down so weak when they finally got the plant committed. I think that's quite a nice way of applying pressure to them. If they're going to spam C hits like this, C9 may have come up with the answer. That's a groan from Jack, I think, because he was 1-7 before this round, and he's finally had some impact.
Love to see that. Okay. Looks so. They're going to send it all the way towards A, but our horn reveals quite a lot, and it primes up Oxy straight for the shot! And why not? Second one for the Troubles. He's breaking their angles at this point with the gate crashes, but that's a head clean off the shoulders. JCC will answer in kind.
Zels is still with a snake bite here, and Jack with a seize.
Contacting up. All the way forwards, and they've already gained all that space. The Uto's going a miss! What a white face, Celsius. Really squaring up, trying to get involved now, but the ults are now being committed. Steel Garden. It's going to be overlapping. Finds quite a lot of space over towards the B site still. It's Fluxo the ones that are going to be taking risks. Already down a player.
C9 grouping up. They don't want to contest Heaven just in case somebody was tucked into a weird little angle.
No one else going to be committed here. So Vic just looking to see if he can gain some information.
Did he?
Not too sure. What a cracking shot. It's Vic's head. Clean off. Parla! He's a stopping! Oh! He can't remove him!
How's he done that?
He's unreal right now!
14-7. This is the guy, by the way, who you've seen before at the Tier 1 level, joined mid-season to two teams who were already in the dumps. This guy has had the most brutal Tier 1 showing up until this point, and he is out for blood. He joined MIBR midway through 2024 when they were already in a massive slump. He joined Furia 2025, one of the worst teams we've ever seen in Valorant. He was 1-8 prior to coming here today, and he is out for blood.
Taken over with something to prove here. Half of the course of almost all the Brazilians here on this squad. Wasn't joking when I called it the Brazilian Revenge Tour.
Yeah. No kidding.
Something to prove. Conversion path's going to be used to push this one back. Cloud9 were just flipping the door, making it feel like there could be a bit of a squeeze onto it. Still no plant down, but Fluxo looking like they want to try and fight into the back of the side. Zenatsu's way ahead of the Paranoia. Blind's going to be dodged and avoided for now, but that's going to be an overwhelming amount of Muto. Hold on, the guns. A couple of rifles and the bandits doing the work, and these players are unaccounted for, not looking in the right direction. Sing all the praise you want, Cloud9. It's brute force that gets the job done there.
Well, two things to note about that round. One is that it's the same way that C9 won a round earlier. A full 5v5 retake on C. Don't allow anyone to die when the exit comes through. But the other part is, man, it's one of these thrifties that has just been a nightmare for Fluxo. They fight so heavy into spawn on medium-ish range angles, exactly where C9 are dumping utility. It just feels like not the right way to play. into a team that doesn't really have guns. Oh, now they do. Oxy's got the op back online.
That's flipped it, hasn't it? Completely.
It's given C9 a breath of life back in, because if they can make a 7-5 half, that's more than they could have hoped for, frankly, when they were 6-1 down.
Back with the operator. Very deep line over towards the C-mount area. This was point of contention. Look, show again, though, just avoiding this.
For now, they're actually headed back in this direction.
Gate crash fading away, though. Dissipating.
Oxy's going to have to throw another one out, I think. Yeah, here it comes.
Waiting for the right timing on it.
He's caught a beautiful timing.
Doors opened up, and Parla's gone as a result of it. Backs his way all the way up to the side here.
There's some value from the Yoru pick.
Yeah, I'm already finding it.
Bit of a lurk play from Zenatsu over towards A. And it would be Vic to try to clean that one up. Might be a B finish, but that's where Fireball Ops has been anticipating the finish the entire time.
The wall hasn't been baited.
It's the first time that he's dumped all of his Vice Util on B, and they've been ready for this final finish.
Double Thorns, we're seeing a lot here. Vic spots the presence, and Neon might be pulling players out and around, but here, Spluxshow looking to make the most of this one now. But a spam down onto the line, and it goes up towards Heaven. They're all falling before the Utils even popped off. Just the slightest of angles. Oxy can work with it. One bullet left, though. Got to commit to that reload and the plan. Finally down. Gate crash. So a deep angle is spotted, broken out. Not going to be allowing him that luxury. Clone going to be broken, but Oxy's still here, paving the way now for all his squad. Forwards, though, not looking. Up to Heaven, the trade is there. It's Vic now brought into that 1v1. But does he anticipate this timing? It's Tui's on the wrap of his life. Inspired by Com, perhaps. As Vic is left guessing. Not even putting the time pressure down onto it. Smoke overlap, deep TP inside. Vic. Defuse, doesn't get off of it, sticking! And the guessing game of Tui's does not work out.
He was miles away from where the spike was planted there. Tui's wrapped so far around, he lost track entirely of where the spike was actually on the B site. Vic with a smoke, seen him get away with these earlier in the map as well. It was a little bit messy though from C9 this one. Vic's just full sticking in that situation.
Everyone take a deep breath, and let's play with some fucking confidence, okay?
Yeah. I think we might have muted...
No, I respect the effort, though. I do respect the effort. We got to pump these clips out fast, man, because already the round is kicking off. Zenatsu down and out for the count, and this is the final round of the half here at Cloud9. Cordoned off, really, over towards A. Looking to absorb most of the aggression. Victor might be in a prime spot to really do some damage. Just respects it. Doesn't want to overstay. Spamming away, but he's still committed, and there's no one else to help him out. Up towards Heaven. Clone's going to be broken. Parla feeling to be disengaged in through that drop. It's a lovely fight to be taken here, and the trades are not quite there. How was Parla getting this done with just a Spectre? A lot of damage done. Jack and Fireball Ops left now to pick up the pieces and make what they can with it.
Ooh, the one-way misses? Might actually be an opportunity there.
Tactic. Nightfall committed. You might as well expend absolutely everything. Lovely shots, though. The reaction times on point for Tui's. Sure could be just staring at that 8th round here and now. Despite the damage done, this is a prime position. Hold on, that horn though reveals. And
what a mistake.
Yeah, Jack is crispy with it. Immediately capitalizes, jumps on the chance, but how did they contest and how did they get around this? Crossfire setup, nobody willing to give the game away. Nobody willing to peek. Tui's is the healthiest of the options. Swinging wide and already takes down his mark. Damage done, 5 HP. Fireball Ops now left guessing, but he has to get half. It's the only win con left available, and JZZ has played perfectly.
Really good closeout of what ended up being a bit of a difficult round there. And Fluxo closed the door on C9. Has a small stumble towards the end, but otherwise a dominant half. The ideas that they came in with really worked well. The double duelist, Parla in particular, 16 and 10, outshining Oxy. Doing it with a Spectre in that final round? How on earth did he get those two?
It's absurd. I mean, already, series is living up. This map not going to basically any of our expectations. We'll see, though, how it ends up on the other side of this. Currently, Fluxo, are playing like a team that did not fly thousands of miles just to go out early. They are giving it to Cloud9. 8-4 here on Lotus. Coming out with some stellar ideas, to be honest. The double duelist. High octane action, and it's working. It overwhelmed Cloud9 early on, barely giving them time to breathe.
Yeah, there's a reason why these guys did so well in Brazilian challenges and earned their spot here to fight against the big teams. It's a return to the big stage, as we said, for 4 of these players. Parla, in particular, seems to be like a fish back in the water. Yeah. Tui's, though, a former winner as well in Americas, returning here. I'm interested to see how this composition works on the defense side. They're going to look to try to get aggro a little bit, but no refract prop.
And we'll see how this one's cleared. There's an acknowledgement there. Vic, straight on top of it.
He had a great idea about that.
The pressures would already been absorbed up into a different direction. Mazine is just sprinting up through B.
Yeah, look at this push.
He's all the way behind them.
Are they going to be aware
of this at all? I mean, this timing is so rapid. He just saw, I think Zelsis just retreating, and there it is. That's a spike drop down in their laps. They're still trying to hard commit into most of this one here, but a stun is even excellency on display. JCSA eventually removed the trade there, but this is turmoil for Cloud9. It's chaos, and they can't seem to really make the most out of it. Still, as I say that, the kills do flood in.
Yeah, that's a rough one from Tuis. He probably shouldn't have committed to that with Mazine trying to wrap back towards him. Would have been a nice time to drop back and just play the 2v2 and threaten that Mazine could be on the flank. The one advantage that Mazine has is they don't know where he's coming from.
Cloud9 just happy to double up, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they've got an idea now.
They'll be able to spot this one out. That's a lot of damage, though. 2 of these players are low. Cloud9 not out of the danger just yet. Mazine tapping away.
That's not going to do anything with the orb up.
Yeah, it doesn't really reveal too much at all. This orb from Zelsis has really just cooked them. Maybe just using that to see if they could exec into the seaside.
Yeah, it was a bit of a weird orb to go for in the first place, but he was able to wangle his way around it and come out with some results. That's C9 winning both pistols in this map. It didn't help them in the first half, though. He immediately ended up giving it away. Good round from Zelsis, actually.
Yeah.
Getting some crispy shots there.
It was looking dangerous for a moment. Navigated, though, pretty nicely.
This is where I think on the attack side we could definitely see, yeah, this gate crash play. So gate crash used and you go and take some space for free over towards A. You're looking to just see if they're going for a rubble fight. If they commit heavily to rubble, Oxy can disappear. If not, Oxy's got a really good position for the rest of the round and realizes that they're playing a passive defense on A. And generally from the games that I've seen of Fluxo, they do play very passively on the A side. They're actually, as much as they're explosive on attack, they're one of the more passive teams on defense I've watched coming up from Tier 2. They don't take as many risks. When you see them here in their own spawn on a gamble.
Yeah, that's the eco stat. They don't want to give away too much. But, okay, just pop it out towards Heaven. Oxy. That's another gate crash in the back pocket, so he's going to be able to rejoin the rest of the pack. Now, he only spotted a 1. Didn't give away entirely the game, but here they're still going to be using the Uto. Cloud9, diligence shown. We'll see both Prowlers, not seeing much at all.
Got to get the plant down early, though, because the Fluxo are on the way.
Yep.
It's not a great plant spot either. You have to play on site here. Closer avenues, but it's only classics. Zelsis.
Heard that one before. Zelsis, he's twisting and turning now. He's only got that Spectre. He's going to be at least getting the 1 down. Rifle towards the back, Jack. Happy to help out. Once at least broken. Flash in your face. Cloud9 just trying to make it as difficult as possible. That's a Guardian, and can happen. Tap, though. At some point, got to try and swing into these fights and eventually cleaned up. No cause for concern.
Nah, pretty good. They managed to keep a Vandal and 2 Guardians into the next round as well, so C9 will be feeling pretty happy about that, especially with how badly the first one went on their defense side. The follow-up round was a disaster. Zelsis, in fact, is even 1 away from getting a pit online, considering he got that plan.
Vandal skin's kind of nice.
I'm saying, serving. Let me get that shit back, though.
I love that. What Vandal skin is he talking about? Hold on.
I don't know, but Zelsis, he's demanding it back, but he's got the Guardian
No,
now.
it's the Oxy POV.
Yeah. I don't know.
Looks like they're setting up for some kind of, at least, if not a B default, maybe even a B pop here. They've got the Vice Wall covering an A push just in case someone like Mazine went on a crazy walk, like he did on the pistol. There he is, though, picked off.
Yep.
A bit too easily.
Parla could be in a very uncomfortable spot here. He does have a potential exit. He wants to light speed dash and get the hell out, but
dude, get out, brother.
Stay in his ground. He's standing his ground. He wants to just listen. You'll take C-Mount off my cold dead body apparently, and he's squaring up. He wants to try and fight him. It's gonna be down.
Oh, he's got it.
Saturate down. He's called for it to squeeze. Fluxo, who dominate him through B, and with it the spike drop down. He's way ahead of it though. Leave on the other side of the door, needs that flip switched, and it's Cloud9 the ones that have to somehow reclaim this. It's gone far too wrong for them.
It's
37 seconds left.
It's a very, very weird round. I mean, C9 are going to have to commit down mount here, open the door. Presumably, Parla will fight them again. They're going to run out of time here unless they go really quickly to get this spike back. Good smoke, though.
Concerned, yeah. Going to be blocking off the angles. Change the weaponry. Spam! But no one accounting for this one. The tiniest gap still. Fireball ops. Twists and turns, takes a head clean off. There's 12 seconds remaining. You've got to get a move on now.
They will have pit.
Got to get that plant down, pit down.
Do you go for it?
Do you? That's the question. There's barely any time left, and guess what? They're still onto the side.
Oh,
Tui straight there. The pit's down. Spamming, spraying away. It's a panicky situation. But all played for at the end. Tui's finds his mark. 3 kills in a round for him.
God, what a mess of a round there. C9, I think, could have committed with their Mound players way earlier to try to punish Parla. And instead, the Mound players backed up, and Parla just took the fight to the B players. The Saturate has to be respected in spots like that. If you're grouped up in a corner, you are going to get hit with it. It's not bad for the economy of C9, but they had a chance to actually win that round. Invested a big Viper's Pit towards the end as well. Came out with nothing.
And that's not ideal. I mean, talk about ways to try and fight into the C-Mount aggression. Just walking underneath the one-way.
I mean, we were hearing from the desk that they were critical of this composition because they were wondering how you're going to take Mount control. That
stun-locked me.
I would ask the question, would you like to use any utility?
Like smoke at the floor, maybe? I genuinely, I was stun-locked. I couldn't believe they were just dry swinging into a one-way.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the thought process was there from C9. I mean, they must have thought that because Parla fought so heavy over Mount control in the previous round, he wouldn't do it again. And it was just going to be fake.
Well.
And Parla was playing on the A side of the map a lot.
It's going to be a long 50 seconds, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is... Let's take a listen into the comms. One of those
let's not.
Tui's, though. Listen, any opportunity to gas this guy up. He plays quite a passive role on the team generally. When you watch him play on Split in particular, actually, he's really safe in his positioning. And that's kind of a bit of a throwback to his role when he was playing for Loud. He was a very supportive player.
Yeah.
But on this squad, he is the guy with the most experience, the most tenure, the most success as well, which is hard to come by, actually, on these rosters that have the Tier 1 Brazilian talent that have now fought their way back up through Tier 2.
And they've had a hard time of things, I think, in a lot of their careers.
It's brutal.
Yeah, the collective tissue between a lot of them, to be honest, is that they have been, a lot of these players being thrown into systems that weren't working well in prior years and expected to try and, come up with some return of the investment.
Parla's story is absolutely brutal because when he joined those teams, he already knew those teams were bad. And he was asked to come in and...
do the impossible.
Do the impossible or look much worse than he actually is by playing on a bad team. And it's really tough. So it's great to see him here have his moment. I think his Neon's even better that he's going to be playing on Split, if we get there.
It's like Jiggle. Is just contesting early. This time no one-way though.
Still a crazy light take of Mount. One Prowler.
Yeah, not too much at all really being used. Zelta's going to be seeing that. It was a big contestation over towards A Rubble. And that's the Eurotech.
This is what the clone is really good for, putting pressure onto Jezzy's setups. They're not going to break the thorns, but they do bait out the wall completely. Having said that, though, this is where Parler's Waylay can get into really deep positions. He didn't even burn the refract.
No, so has full utility available.
He's been very greedy today, actually.
Oh, okay. I mean, Jack's just throwing a horn. It's a paranoia off the back of it. Yet Oxy also squaring up towards A, and VALORANT finds his target. Every single fight going the right way of Cloud9. Credit to the observers. That was a tough one.
All across the map,
yep.
Different members of Fluxo are toppling. Celsius will be very happy he got bailed out by his team there as well, because he got pressured right as his Viper Wall dropped.
The double face forwards as well. 2E's overwhelmed onto the angle.
If C9 could make every round look like this, they'd be having a walk in the park. Everything worked for them everywhere all at once. I think they've got a very clear idea of what they want to do, which is going to find this Vice utility, bait it out, and then explore the rest of the map. The challenge with that is actually getting mount control in the first place, apparently.
Yeah.
Because that's where C9 have stumbled in a couple of these spots. Anywhere that Parler is fighting, there's going to be pressure, there's going to be resistance.
We'll see, they're hunting out, trying to root out where the gun could be. All moving in the wrong direction for it, though, so Mazin's going to be nice and safe here. Carry that rifle into the next. This team has traveled an awfully long way. Looking to really make their mark on a tier 1 stage where, for a lot of them, it's been denied. Cloud9, though, are going to be slowly clawing their own way back. There's a funny element to this game as well. Okay, that's the way you want to take it.
Crazy peak.
In that we're talking about the tier 2 teams versus the partnership teams, the tier 1 teams. There's more of an argument that Cloud9 are a tier 2 team with the pieces they've got in. Via,
with how they've been performing, is that
had
what
a
you
few
mean?
months in tier 1 as a head coach now.
Oh, right, I see. The experience.
And the team too. Like, I mean, you look at the pieces they've got together.
No, I agree. This is a roster that was pulling deeply from tier 2 to begin with.
We'll see it now. Clash into that rubble. Parler, though, that operator not accounted for, and the light speed. Yeah, that's perfect distance. Straight out of danger. Back to safety onto the A setup.
Great catch onto Oxy. Now, if they want to go for a B pivot, they're going to need Fireball Ops to scale up B main, and that puts him in the danger zone because Mazin is watching here.
Mazin is watching. This angle is nasty. Off ankle. Had to even fight any of that one. Switch is going to be flipped as well. Reinforcements arriving at his back. Mazin's going to be helped out here.
Might want to go back out into A at this point and just leave Zelsis as an insert.
There's about a minute left.
It's not a good spot in a 3v5 for C9 to try to navigate.
I mean, surrounded.
Fluxo have also got information in lots of different areas. The Vice Wall has not been broken. Deep position from Zenatsu.
It's a bizarre one. State of the round. Going back over towards B, but they know they've lost control over towards B main, so it's just difficult, really. But look at the positions. Fluxo are all over the place. Got angles onto every avenue outside of B.
30 seconds left.
Plan that was going to be committed. How do you win?
How do you play the post plan? Yeah, you need to fight for something together, but where and what?
Yeah, I mean, it's very passive from Fluxo.
It's a nice haunt to let Zelsis get a better position in B main, but they're still not looking to actually equalize the numbers here.
Oh, it's committed. Sidestep, though. It's not going to be any connections, and Fluxo are going to be moving from that direction now, and it's all the attention up towards heaven. Jack, though, realizing it. Timing to be taken. He's just getting off the line. Here's a paranoid that sweeps. That's going to be denying all the vision now and more. Fluxo taking a fight forwards here. Overwhelming now, and they've got the bodies for it. It's Mazin who's leading it. One hell of an entry. Paving away now forwards. Time still of the essence. There's a chance, a possibility, but no, Vic is not swinging to take that fight anytime soon. They took the time with it, didn't they, Fluxo?
I think that's one of the things, actually, that Fluxo deserve a lot of credit for, is that they don't overheat in spots like that. I think that's one of their biggest strengths on the defense side. It's a double-edged sword, though, because they also don't take very many risks that I think can be exploited on some of their maps. I mean, there's 4.5 seconds here. Did we need that in slow-mo? Yeah. It's not that much time pressure, guys. But yeah, I think they are very, very good at playing disciplined in spots where they control the map. If you think about, for people who've watched Brazilian Valorant for a long time, early doors with Brazil, they used to have a term called jail Valorant. Yes. Where they would all just be running around, taking random fights all over the place. Scrappy, high tempo, fun. And now you're actually getting these squads.
I miss those days.
Which are playing with a bit more discipline, and even at sometimes maybe even being overly cautious with it. We're highlighting Zanatsu here. He's the player who's having his first shot at the tier 1 level from Fluxo. He's a player with a really weird agent pool, actually. He plays Duelist for them on some maps, but he also plays a lot of Sova for this team. So he's a flex where he only plays Sova if he's playing Initiator, or he'll come in and play Duelist for them. Here on this map, he's playing the Neon. He goes and plays Phoenix on some of the other maps as well. Plays Raze, I believe, on Split for them too. So a wide agent pool, but an unusual kind of niche agent pool as well. And he is going to be a really important player for them, especially on Split if we get there.
Now, despite Cloud9 winning 4 pistols, obviously the first half didn't exactly go their way from round 1 onwards, but Fluxo are putting up a very decent performance so far. On the verge now with that operator, forwards now with a fract. That's a parallel that's going to be dealt with still with the blind. Extra bit of confirmation now, it does push that player back, so off and away from the line.
Oxy gets the ult. Do they recognize where the wall is going to be? Because in theory there could be a wall right here as well. And the break of the fake out, just to make it feel like the wall could be here. Fireball Ops would be walking into the operator line, and this is a line of sight as well. High-low setup that C9 would have to navigate.
From propped up, the players are peeking way before it now. It's a stun, lay it down on top. Fluxo got players into the right positions, but the same can be said for Fireball Ops. He's already got that residency in for B main. With Mazine dead, maybe a chance as well. Calling for the pivot once more, but he... Okay. See how many JZA is going to be able to get. Good diligence. It's going to be that dimensional drift. JZA knows that he has to try and fight forward. Just gets the one. He was stuck out into the open there. It was a pick your poison situation. He did well to at least get the one.
They're committing into this. All 3 players.
And the players are there. Rapid is the approach again. Oxy's left alone to his own devices. The angle is missed in terms of the reaction times, but it is just that aggression that paves the way again. Fluxo looking so damn clean. They had all the cues in the world, those deep ingrained positions. They knew exactly where the action was arriving.
Yeah, and just throwing in that little bit of aggression there is actually lovely. JZA walking forwards in front of his setup, gets such early information. He does go 1-for-1, and that's fantastic to be able to pick up Jack here, but frankly, I think even if he died, he got the rotate happening early enough. And C9 didn't have what it took to pump the brakes and go in a different direction. They have now 5 opportunities, Fluxo, to end this.
Up to 12, one more round will all it takes. And now, bit of a setup now. Trap play, Paranoia held. Zatsu just jiggling. A lot of util though at his feet. Paranoia, stun, all going to be committed. Fast lane as well, just to peel this one all the way back. It's pulled players all the way forward. Steel Guard are now forced to be respected. The guns are going to be whipped away. Bit of a misstep there. Oxy, gate crash deep in. He needs some teammates though and a bit of help as well to arrive. Steel Guard of their own. It's sidestepped. It's Oxy the one with a spite his players. What the hell is going on? Flipping a switch now. Forwards is the fight again, and he's ults expended. It's anyone's game, but Zanatsu has something to say about it. He's just tearing through the opposition. And it ends towards it. Lotus on a whimper here, but Fluxo all shouts. They're leading early against Cloud9.
It's their most played map for a reason. They were happy to get it in the pool. They picked it up, and they delivered on it. 13-7. C9 with an unconventional composition. Oxy pilots the Yoru, but doesn't find the value that he wanted from it. I think Via's onto something. The coaching staff of C9 saying that they're giving Fluxo a lot of respect.
Yeah.
They haven't necessarily earned it just yet. I think, though, with the way that Pala was playing and the fact that he's now on Neon, I thought this was his best role when I was watching their VODs. His Neon is nasty.
So yeah, this one gets started then. Fluxo, big walk up into elbow, and that's a big reveal! Oh my! The spacing not quite ideal for that. It's a round over in the blink of an eye.
What has happened there?
It's Vic doing all the damage.
Absolute disaster.
3 down because of him. That is a disaster, isn't it?
And Zanatsu, who was playing Duelist in the previous map, as I said earlier, plays a bunch of Sova for them, and this is one of those. And he's got no chance of cleaning this one up. A 1v4. The net is closing.
Yeah, the blood in the water. They know it. And look at that. I mean, talk about a drastic turnaround from the respect that was being shown on Lotus. Cloud9.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're right on the money. Via also correct in terms of just Cloud9, they were very passive, weren't they? Giving up a lot of control.
Oh man, Vic absolutely dominated with those shots there.
Not the case anymore, is it?
When Via was saying that in the coach interview, I was reminded of the, I think it was like 3v5 post plan they had or something on B.
Yeah.
Where they just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And I think it's spots like that where they need to be coming up with a play in order to get themselves back into rounds or close out rounds. The most recent VOD that you can watch of Fluxo when they played in the grand finals of Brazilian Challengers, they struggled with the defensive aggression of 2G, the team that they were playing against. If C9 are looking to do stuff like that elbow push that we just saw on the pistol, I think Fluxo might have a bit of difficulty holding on.
Elsis, you're going to be swiftly overarmed there. Yep, didn't even realize that they've crossed up onto the line and dodging away. See the marshals in play, Oxys. No Scope's going to be doing a job, and even that preempting. Just a dart highlighting. Shots whittling away the opposition here.
Meanwhile, Zanatsu is hard baiting his team, just hiding behind the box, hoping that Fireball Ops walks into him.
Okay,
and he
one.
has. But Tui's is the one with the spike.
Yeah, alone. Here's the reload, though. And, yeah, catches Oxy unaware. Still, it's returned, at least. Jack gets the trade-off, and they spotted exactly what Zanatsu's up to. 2v1. He has picked up a Guardian, but Jack sharp shooting.
And that's one of those spots where Jack takes the fight into Zanatsu instead of backing off and waiting to connect and play the 2v1. Looking to disrespect them a little bit, looking to take the fight towards them, catch them on an unexpected timing. It's still a pretty damaging eco round, though, actually. Only 2 players staying alive, only 2 Guardians saved.
One enemy.
Nice! Jesus. Woo!
Woo!
If you're stressed coming out of that one when they only had classics, I don't know how you're going to feel at the end of this match.
All right, defensive aggression. You were talking about it as being a key win con. That is one hell of a snakebite lineup, and it just really cuts Tui's out of picture.
Yeah.
No attempt of a follow-up.
No, I think Fluxo are going to struggle with this style if it's what C9 are going for.
They've reacted well, though.
The walk into top mid is crazy.
Yep. And they've slipped the net. They've got straight past them. How did they manage this?
Go, go, go.
Rumble of the footsteps, though.
They're squatting.
Yeah.
They've set up residence.
Mm-hmm. Bonus round idea for Cloud9. It did generate the pick, but
it's so weird now
that pack mentality. They've given up the entirety of A because of it.
It's all just on timings now, though. The Fluxo players could easily get timing by the pack of C9 roaming around.
I mean, they're going to be calling the A is completely open, surely, at this point.
Mazine could be the playmaker.
Yep. And there he is. Mazine's going to be closing from behind, just looking for signs of life, and he's seen it there, twisting, turning, and no adjustment of the movement enough to save you now. Fireball Ops, though, still there, clean with a kill. And they're still committing into
the whole of A is open,
You've got
guys.
all of A.
This is what I'm saying about this team's anti-eco protocols. They're driving me nuts. Parla has the whole of A. Please go back to it.
29 seconds left. You got to get a move on.
Oh my god.
Giving Cloud9 opportunities to get back into this bonus that should not have been theirs.
JZZ is so lucky to be alive right now with 35 HP. There's still a great chance for C9 to win this round. Parla must be begging, get a move on, guys.
Got the guns for it. It's just about how clean they can make it now. Parla holding towards the back of the site. Removing the amount of angles that he might have to adjust towards here. Forwards again. It's the approach, just waiting for those signs of life, and just spots it out. And there it is, fire into the corner. It's Vic going down, fast lane. Faking like he's repositioning, and there it is, eventually spray control, under control. Zelsis at least claiming that one, 2v2 now. Time ticking, JZZ onto that angle and accounted for. Fireball Ops just peeking straight back in. It's damage done, and leaves it to Zanatsu, but that 3-2-1 swing gets the job done. And Josh is grimacing, he's praying to something, I don't know.
I mean, JZZ was lucky to be alive in the first place after having almost walked into the V site to his death. So there is something, I guess, cosmically ironic about the fact that he then whiffs a little bit on Fireball Ops and gets punished. But I just think they could have played this round so much better than they did.
Yeah.
Fluxo. And they do get punished for it. The reaction was nice, like you were saying, the double walk-up off the back of losing 2Es. Mazine's play should just win them the round. Mazine's play and Parla's situation. But maybe these chaotic spots, losing their head a little bit on the big stage. And they're getting set up with lighter weaponry for a B-pop. And that is straight into Fireball Ops trips. Rounds like these, though, it's less likely that C9 are going to push on defense. They are actually still going for the walkout double doors.
Going to want to have to respect this one. Sneaker weapons, fireball ops. He's just anchoring, locking it down towards the back of the site. Vandal in hand. Tiger Rich is the environment here, and he's still just trying to lock on to the heads. He's swiftly swarmed, but he's got reinforcements arriving. Cloud9 in the right position now, spamming, spraying into the ball chasers. Again, lucky to be alive. 5 HP, but a snake bite will finish him off. Tui's probably not long either. There's a bit of a backstab from Vic, hunting and rooting out the stragglers. Very different from Cloud9. This is much more decisive from them compared to map 1.
Yeah, it is. It's also, again, though, a map that they're much more comfortable on. You look at the map veto and C9, 100% of the time, are looking at maps 2 and 3 as their way to be able to win the series. I'm sure they would have liked to be able to pick up Lotus. It was Breeze and Split that they were looking at mostly. Guns back for Fluxo. But because of all of that early success, C9 have a Harbor ult to work with on Vic, which means that they can play more aggressive. Vic can play on-site anchor positions and use his ult to stop a hit from coming through. Whereas normally you'd want to be playing for retake. Thorns popped very early there at double doors from Jezizé, just stopping Oxy from taking a little look. And there are smokes everywhere to try to get Mazine up here. He knows that this gap exists because he exploited it previously.
Being filled up. Oh,
that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
He has just bulldozed his way through that.
That was Oxy. Found even a player there, but Mazine, surely with the backstab, he might be able to be the difference maker.
But you need to apply... Oh, they're going back to pick up the timing.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
There's not enough pressure from the pack, so now they've got time to go and clear the lurk.
It is. Slight jiggle, good awareness. Vic, Storm Surge, lay it down. It's damage done. Again, these players finding it difficult to get anything done at all. How do you move forwards amongst all of this? Snake Bite's going to be laid down preemptively. That's way out into the open, into the tunnel. It's a double face called for.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Cloud9 are playing this one with discipline at the right moments and aggression as well.
Yeah, it's actually a really nice way of exploiting a team that's going to be playing slowly on their attack sides. Oxy is looking for any early opportunity to fight he can. This one, honestly, I think he overfought and overextended, but he still gets away with it because...
He looked like he had to adjust to the player coming on the left. He was not aiming at them.
No, he wasn't, but he's got the mechanical skill to still somehow get the kill online. But it's that as Fluxo cut noise, going back, and the little jiggle from Vic just to clear out that lurk spot is really delightful. And Zelsis and Fireball Ops are on the same page as each other. Even here towards the end, looking to push forwards and deny any guns. This is a very different look of the match. And on I promise you, Fluxo are actually pretty good on this map.
I mean, listen, I was watching them, I was thinking, oh, they got some nice ideas.
But they're just not being given the space to execute those ideas. And it is the same issue that was happening to them in Brazil, which is that they really struggle when the defenders push into them. If they're allowed to just run their own rounds, play their own game, Fluxo will come up with strats that'll get you the win fairly often. But C9 are disrupting them.
Well, they're going to be sending it now. Full
Here's the
throttle. It's the B-split idea. And they're ready for it.
They're so ready for it.
Snake Bite. Oxy's already primed, already ready to shut it down
Great
onto the one
anti.
angle. It is great anti, isn't it? Done their homework, but can they stop the main brunt of the force? The question is, Oxy, it's one hell of a play. He's already leading it forwards, but that deep TP into the one-way. Mazine again potentially left unaccounted for. Trying to find his right timings. The smokes are going to be dissipating. That's a reckoning that rolls forwards, and Oxy's just blind firing. He's catching all sorts of players, completely unaware, but it does go both ways here. Adjustment just not there in time, and now Tui's left in that 1v2. Trying to retreat, but they are swinging, hunting and pouncing on a chance to bring down the opposition.
And I can hear the cheers from here when they secure the round. Up 6-0. I think Gimme is going to be really, really happy about any potential anti he's done on this one. This strat, where Parla goes solo up through elbow, they do it all the time.
Jesus.
And they were so ready for it. The snake bite at his feet, 2 players holding it. They recognized what that strat was and shut it down instantly, within the first 3 or 4 seconds of the round.
Yeah.
So, if you pull from the grab bag the strat book, C9 know what you're doing. If you play a slow defaulty round, C9 are pushing you. And this is the bind now that Fluxo find themselves in, and SDK is going to have to bail them out of. What is the answer?
What is the answer? because the usual stuff you were doing to win, to dominate, to make this map a staple for you is all going wrong. You've got to come up with even newer things. You've got to innovate on the fly, really. And yeah, Oxy's going to be making it difficult for you. Breeze has been his playground recently. It just has. He's been taken over on a Neon.
Well, he's 9-3. He's got 9 kills in 6 rounds, which is pretty spectacular. That's a 1.5 KPR.
If you cast your mind back too, he was dropping over 30 against 100 Thieves.
Yeah, and I think his performance against Crew was even better. Like, he absolutely dominated the game against Crew. The last couple of weeks, those stats that we just showed you, he's been immaculate. And it's been great to see him come online to levels that you know he's capable of.
Yeah, thriving.
At the same time as the other players on the team, like Fireball Ops, I've been loving watching Fireball Ops in the last couple of weeks as well. His play on Split was remarkably good.
You're on the eco weaponry here, if you fluke show, so what you can do. Going to be stunted here. Cloud9 definitely not scared to rattle off the bullets.
Oh,
TP.
Fake teleport, but they heard it. They heard the fake.
Yeah, Vic's going to be aware.
That is not how you want to do that.
That's a hell of a stun. Just sidesteps and miss most of it. It's shoddily done, but it is put together at the end of the day. Cloud9 finding it difficult here, but at least with those weapons, surely should pave the way to success. Rifles in hand, but it has handed it back over to Parla. Now he's here, just trying to dodge and weaves Zenatsu from the side. Jack, it's a cracking shot. Shuts down one of the real danger players. Zenatsu was just begging for an opportunity. Damage done potentially to Vic. He's already pressing forwards, but he is being surrounded. Stepping forwards, 1v1. Rattling away with a Sheriff now. So that dart back online and a weapon upgrade picked up. Another tap. Big reveal. Jack's position noted. Peppered, brought down, but Jack!
Oh, man.
More than ready for the occasion.
Zenatsu had a lot of opportunities to try to close that one out. And Jack playing with danger. I thought that was going to be the round where C9's aggression, the disrespect, the thing that Via wants them to do was eventually going to bite them. Because, of course, aggression is a double-edged sword, especially on anti-ecos like this. If you're going to look to try to take your ones, you are offering opportunities.
A little scrappy.
It's a little scrappy. You're right. It is a little scrappy. But it's also 7-0.
Yeah,
in terms of the round score, it's actually pretty clean.
Would not have predicted this off the back of that first map, let me tell you. But as Coach Via was saying, corrections made, really. And not really talking game plan, more just attitude.
Look at the adjustment in terms of the defensive setup as well. Fireball Ops swaps over to A with Oxy's Op. A much more passive approach generally, except that Vic is getting empowered to potentially take a push in elbow.
They're going to get chewed up here, aren't they?
It does look like it.
Just trips if they don't have an answer for him. Slane looking for the signs of it. Oxy just posted up. Operator onto the one side. Shock Dust will rain down, but they've already caught the... yeah,
Mazine just called for them to come back to him on B as he dies. Brutal.
No FF as well. It's going to be pointing out the players' positions now. 2 down, 3v5.
It's almost a save already.
It feels like it.
I mean, they'll have to give it a go. They're down 7-0, but...
Oxy's just absorbing the space off the back of it.
It's brutal.
They need anything they can get. 30 seconds remaining.
Looks to have just not been able to put anything together in this half.
No.
Never been allowed to execute their game plan.
Completely shut out. And doesn't look like they have any intention of stepping forward onto A.
I did say it was looking like a save already, but I thought they'd try to go for it because going down 8-0 in the half
You do have a crazy loser's bonus at this point. So
yeah,
might as well go for it.
Imagine if the loser's bonus just got bigger and bigger every round.
Just, yep, compound interest. Just
like, holy, look at this. Getting $5 every time you lose a round. I can buy 2 ops this round.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do not let this guy on the dev team.
Parla really thought there that there was going to be somebody on the high ground, but you're not playing against a Jet.
No.
You're not even playing against an Omen.
An Omen. Yes,
so
there's no way for anybody to get up there.
Who's he worried about? Why is he holding the high ground angle?
Great question.
Bizarre.
Ace and early. Cloud9. Pit laid down, a little bit tripping as well. Gives a bit of extra safety.
Okay, this one.
To work around.
Keep
Surely
it
it's got to
simple.
be it, right?
Progression smoke, pop A.
Seeing it now. Ult's going to be utilized. It's going to be Reckoning rolling forwards, gliding to the side. It's Parla. He does at least claim that one. He's softened up as a result of it. But surely the players in the right positions now. Thorns is about to shut them out. Shot through into the wall. It's gone wide. JZZ still alive. Stunned up. Wall's going to be fading though. He's going to be careful of a lot going on. Swap around out of weaponry. Oxy wants to get involved now. Answering straight back at them here. Just trying to square up. Almost hitting that one of a transfer. Just trying to take the timing past it. What a Steel Garden was just overlapped. Fireball Ops also involved. Still a 3v3 though. Make it at 3v2. Fluke show best chance they've had in a long while. Dart. Laid in through the back and Zelsis rapidly approaching now.
He knows that when JZZ fell, there'll be no wall on the flank. But I think it's very ambitious to try to win the round with a flanking op.
Yeah, being watchful. Leaves Jack essentially alone. He's not going to have a lot to work with here. Just spotting. See if he can bait the swing, and Parla lightning fast in terms of the shot, but it goes both ways. Jack is straight there.
No way.
No, my goodness.
Oh, Fluxo had to win that one, and they did. In the end, they put the round on the board. But man, if my heart wasn't fluttering watching that.
The way Jack was playing it, felt like he was playing it to win.
At least though, Fluxo also played it to win. They went for a double swing at the end with a really wide peak from Parla, and that played in the easy 1v1 at the end. Boy, oh boy, though. But Mazine closes it out, but his heart must have been fluttering too. They need an 8-4 here, really, don't they? If there's any hope whatsoever, they need to be able to close out all the rest of these rounds. I'd like to see C9 go aggressive again, and it is Oxy taking a run down elbow as Parla comes through double doors.
It's an overdrive now. It's going to be putting a squeeze onto these anchoring A players. Just smokes on smokes, though, and Vic is able to just find that slight pocket to play in. Mazine watching for the mid-aggression. Going for a bit of that pump fake. Zelta's already taken these players out. The trade is not there intact. It's whiffy business. Fluke Show are straight on top of it.
Well, they've been gifted an opportunity there. Fireball Lobs will be sad about that one.
That trade not intact. Jack is, okay.
He's doing pirouettes with his crosshair.
Yep, somehow finding Mazine. He's fast, isn't he? Straight through the wall. Door opens up.
Easy to bait that noise, though. He could easily be coming back through double doors. So Tui's and Zanatsu have got to keep a laser focus. What's the cooldown look like on the recon as well? Zanatsu might have it back.
Jack still wants to make a go of this one, even though time is ticking rapidly now, and the angles now watch for Tui's. Gets the information. Big reveal. No more swings as Jack has to wait this one out forwards, and as he's swinging from the side, it's a good answer. Zanatsu straight on top of it once more. 8-2. If you can string together a few more rounds at the back of this one, may be salvageable.
Yeah. I mean, they've kept it simple in the last couple of rounds. Bit of A pressure into an A pop. This one a fast A split. If you
Just
play
a little bit of movement from Mazine, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit odd, that one. The faster you play, though, you don't have to run it down off barrier drop. But as long as you're hitting the sights in the first 30 seconds or so, you limit the amount of opportunity C9 have to push you and disrupt your hits. So I like this slightly increased tempo from Fluxo.
Same mid default here. Fluxo. It's going to be fake with the Omen ult, trying to bait players into spawn! What is that?
What a flurry of kills. They all drop in an instant.
Target prioritization off the charts. Oxy was more than ready for it. Mazine trying to make the most of the situation.
And Mazine would love to have his ult to be able to recover the spike, but he used it in a funky way. Fake Omen ulting to dodge the drone from Jack. Zanatsu, though, picks up Zelsis and opens at least a little bit of a path to the spike. Oxy's now got to be on a swivel.
Cleared up, though, and with elbow accounted for.
That's all on the new guy, or at least the new guy to this stage.
It's 47 seconds. The spike isn't double doors. It's just unwinnable.
Yeah,
It's got to be unwinnable.
It really looks like it.
Unless there's severe missteps by Cloud9. The way they're playing, though, not leaving anything to chance. Fireball Ops is locked onto the line. Hold on. ISO defies. It's already that one dink and damage done. But his players are lined up now. Just 5 HP to work with. Zanatsu, it's nothing much. But he's going to do the best he possibly can. ISO into the 1v1. Oxy, it's a mad retreat. A dash away. 17 seconds left. He knows he can play time in a spot like this.
He's also just got full utility.
12 seconds. It's dire stuff. Zanatsu has just got a full sprint towards it and needs to try and win this fight out. Oxy should be favored in every possible way. No time left at all. And Oxy just knows to run. Time just ran way far too out there, and Oxy, okay, closes prize in the end.
A 9th round for Cloud9. They are looking like a different team to the one that took the stage on Lotus. That is the difference that your map pool can make. From the bottom of their map pool up toward the top. What a triple kill.
It's unreal, isn't it?
Just contacting into double doors. That is a little bit dangerous, but they were hoping they could trade that out rather than have Oxy run over him.
We almost pulled an Oxy kill 3 and lose the round. But we did it. Good shit, boys. Good job.
How often does that happen? Dude. Do they have a name for it?
Yep, do they have a name for it? That's never happened before.
No, of course not.
Oxy kills 3 and we lose.
For Cloud9?
Unimaginable. All right, run it again. Keep the game plan simple with the ult though. That's going to be going on both ways here alongside that snake bite stunting. Looks like we're going to be finding it difficult now to find any way forwards. There's a stun that ricochets under Fury from Zanatsu. He's just hoping to hunt for a couple of these kills, potentially press Cloud9 into uncomfortable territory, but it's just Oxy! Overdrive in hand, electrocuting them all. They can't stand their ground against all of this one. This should be just Cloud9 up to 10. Zanatsu again pressed into unwinnable spots. Left to do the most. It's just... yeah, toying with him. I respect it. They'll try and run him down now, though. Cloud9, 10-2, complete turnaround from that first map. A different team, dare I say.
Absolutely looking dominant, honestly. And Oxy, it's his playground. He's no longer the rookie. He is the vet who turns up in important situations, and he is running them over.
Whenever I use Zowie models, I would say I just feel my element.
Demon 1 is good!
Without Nyack, the biggest difference was the ghosting. It was a immediate change. If you see something and it's not actually there, you're gonna miss your shot. Black Equalizer and Vibrance, I can react quicker to it, I can shoot better at it.
This guy is just spectacular!
And that way I can always trust him, that I can just focus on competing. My performance will always be at the top level.
Zowie.
All right, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Rock, paper, scissors. Let's go. Now, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper,
right?
scissors,
okay,
shoot.
all right,
I'm
great.
not like the new
All right.
kids where it's like on 2.
All right, here we go, here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, okay, you want to do best?
No, you said best.
All right,
I'm taking my win. I'm taking my win.
Unbelievable.
He's taking his wins. I mean, they're definitely on the right track, I think, as well on Breeze. Because 10-2, they are lights out right now. I mean, genuinely, the absolute aggression that they are showcasing is phenomenal. And, of course, make sure you scan that QR code on your screen and lock in with the #1 VPN, ExpressVPN.
Might be on an express trip to Split here. I think C9 look like they've got completely the read of how Fluxo want to play, but also what their weaknesses are, what their strats are on Breeze. Maybe they weren't prepared for the Lotus pick. They certainly had some ideas there, but not the same level as we're seeing here in Map 2. And they've made it really, really tough for Fluxo. They haven't been able to show their level at all here on Breeze.
No.
They've just been stifled. I mean, Jesus, he's 1-11.
Yeah.
He hasn't been allowed to play the game. I don't think he got into a nice post-plan setup once.
Well, that's the start of a pistol round here. Look shot. Was the defense half that I was liking some of their ideas for. A bit of aggression here with a paranoia, but how do these players respond to this one? Straight through double doors. There's an instant reaction. Cloud9 leaving no stone unturned. Still, Oxy's going to be dealt with. Picking up in a bit of exchange now, but Vic surely accounted for, but still claims the kill. Zelsis tapping away. Lucky to be alive here. Zanatsu is going to be hunting him down and out. He's got the right angle and he's got the right idea of things. Already another kill found. 3v3.
Nice push.
And the plant is down. It's a great idea. Luxo potentially in a good spot now. If they can claim a couple of more kills towards them, but the bullets just not quite landing in the right places still. Goes both ways. Softened up is the opposition. Jack now in that 1v2 and overwhelmed here. It's lovely work.
That's the pistol to try to make something happen here. 10-2 down. You needed it at the very minimum. But it's also going to take so much more. I really like the way, as you were saying, that their defense setups work in terms of that A-main aggression. I think it's Zanatsu's play here, actually, that turns things. That ability to go and find the insert in double doors, who would be a nightmare to deal with later on. You can always get a chuckle out of us with a sped up coach.
You can. Yeah. I'm actually like a child of car keys in front of me. if I see a player or a coach sped up, I can't help but laugh. All semblance of professionalism is gone.
It's also nice to see JJZ being able to pick up a triple kill in that round too. Coming back in on the retake. They very rarely push areas of the map that are not A-main. We're going to see Pala and Mazine fight a lot for A-main with that paranoia, the stun, one way. But it's rare to see Fluxo go for aggression elsewhere. Pala is flirting with it over towards elbow, but this, I think, would be entirely the wrong round to go for it when he has a Phantom.
Against the Eco.
So he backs up.
Mazine's angle. It's good work here. Paranoia. Adjusting for it. These Cloud9 players are looking to see if they can hunt out, root out, potentially. Fibelops has been a menace with a sheriff in his hands, and the leap through the discipline. Oh, God. Not again.
Oh, the anti-ecos.
Gonna be joking me. It's up to Pala to see if he can fix the problems now. Moving forward steadily. He's walking up now, but that is a drone that spots all from the high ground here. Still. Oh, they're just taking the fights together. Cloud9.
Maybe we shouldn't be fighting 1v3.
That pack mentality. It's working now, isn't it? They've handed over the weaponry. Josh is on his knees.
I can't believe it. JJZ's left in a 1v4.
How has this happened? How has this happened?
Do you want a real answer? Because they keep taking 1v5 fights when they've got rifles into classic players. Oh, it's a diabolical one. It's a dagger to the heart for Fluxo. But Mazine is just so aggressive. Zanatsu, fair enough, you know, but also he's throwing shock darts facing into all of them. Every single player on Fluxo takes a 1v4 or 1v5 at some point in this round. If you want a round to demonstrate how you don't play anti-ecos, you would take that one.
I don't blame the players at the end. They're trying to salvage a dodgy situation.
Sure. You could do it together.
Yeah, you could do it together. Might be better.
Okay. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, they were trying to recover a 10-2 half.
Yeah,
it probably wasn't going to happen anyway.
You know. Well, hold on.
You don't like the Duma take?
No, it's less of that.
All right, there, though. A little bit of an eco push together, and Telsis himself tries to hold on a bit too much as the solo player. Should have given up that ground.
Cloud9 are going to be looking to overwhelm over towards these Bianca players. They're playing at close quarters, though, and that does put them in very uncomfortable territory. Fibelops has already got that level of awareness. Clearance into the corner, and it's good util. Storm Surge blinding up 2Es. Shutting the door out in their faces. Jack does not want to donate a weapon, so he's just going to be backing out and away, but the rest of his team's got their watchful eye up and around.
Yeah. Take that, Trip.
Yeah. That would be up to 12 for Cloud9.
Is Mazine looking to save the Bulldog?
No. Well, I mean, there's no time. There's no time here. What do you want him to do? No clip through the floor? Oh. Get to the B site?
Run at people.
It's just...
I mean, he's on a save, isn't he? So
yeah.
Looking for him to not be looking to save a Bulldog and no armor.
It's true.
But he does go down in the end there. They would need 9 rounds in a row here, Fluxo, to recover this and win in 2-0 fashion. It looks very much like we're headed to split. As Oxy puts on another incredible performance on Breeze. 23 kills over these 15 rounds.
Absurd.
he does just run people over on this map.
Yep. It's nice to see. I mean, there's a chipper attitude at Cloud9. It is nice to see. They've had a lot of weeks of doom and gloom.
Parler and Mazine again looking to fight over A main with Thorns to cover the A-split timing. It's a classic defensive setup for Fluxo. Is Zenatsu a bit of a weakness? C9 look like they want to prod in that direction. Holding for any aggression, but it's pretty unlikely. Fluxo don't normally like to push out through B or elbow.
Yeah. It's very passive as the setup, isn't it? Deep drone forwards, trying to post some of these players up here from Cloud9, and spotting a lot of signs of life here. Stun, connecting off to the side. Zenatsu does just slip past. Don't see. Straight through the wall. Okay, Tui's though. Yeah, and that close quarters angle. So able to get that trade online for Cloud9, and this is good space taken up. Parla is immediately going to be absorbing other side of the map, pressing Cloud9 into predictable locations for the rest of the team.
No noise made on the backup there, but also Parla not holding the angle.
We have to spot these players out though. Fireball ops, yep, top of the cannon won't save you.
Oh, nice work from Parla to be able to clean up both of those there.
Control, just jiggling away. Spike's going to be reclaimed as Zelsa's in a 1v4. Tough spot really with 23 seconds left, especially with Parla just... That's not intended!
What the...
Hey, yep, straight off the floor. And, okay, quick cleanup.
Can we get an investigation? What was that bounced off? Some kind of cable on the floor?
I don't know.
I mean, that does happen in weird spots.
It does happen in weird spots. So that's unfortunate.
I don't think he was winning the round, Brent.
No, yeah.
I think it's unlikely.
What makes you say that? You don't have faith in the Zelsis 1v4?
It's nothing to do with Zelsis. It's just to do with the 1v4.
Okay. Tell him that.
I love the way that Zenatsu played that situation. He takes contact against the Neon. Neon walls, you know that you're about to get stunned and slid on.
Yeah, wow.
What is it, a plank?
It's like like a plank.
Or like a...
on the floor,
a
something.
grate on the floor?
We're going to get a closer look, potentially, but...
Look down, Paula.
We're trying to figure it out.
It's the same defensive setup again. I mean, Fluxo do not change their defensive setups very much. If you walk forward, Celsius, you are going to get paranoid. This is a death sentence. No way.
What?
He's just 1v1'd the player that was dropping 300 ACS in the previous game, who was holding an angle.
And you would have won doubting him in that 1v4.
Yeah, my apologies.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the snakebite, you would have won.
That's what I'm saying.
We should replay that round, I think.
Wait, actually get this guy out of here. Let's get this guy out of here. Yeah, Cloud9 out, ready to group up. Right there behind him. Cutting away the sound cues here. There's been no shift in the setup. NorFF is going to be revealing that it is just Mazine alone, and it should be nail in a coffin for Breeze, potentially, unless Mazine can do something about it, say something about it. He's already shots rastled off here. He's able to at least deal with the dart and back up.
Vic is also very late with the spike, but I don't think it'll matter too much. He just comes in now. He's got a harbor ult to be able to play with. Should help them convert this 4v4. It's a tough retake for Fluxo.
Reckoning, ready and primed. Also going to be expended here just to make sure that they secure this round, get this map done and over with.
Nice
Stop
position.
Just in the right place.
Yeah, great position to stop that ult.
Just like gapping to the side. Tui's was hoping and hunting for it. That drone up onto the high ground is going to be seeing all. Tui's just barrels over. Deals with Oxy handedly, but now it's going to be Fire Ops. Jack as well, just taking a turn and timings taken forwards. Ripping. Look, showed us absolute shreds. No real hope now, no real chance. Chases A, the time has run far too short, and we will be going to Breeze, and we will be going to Split, excuse me. It's Breeze that's concluded here, Cloud9 in a dominating fashion.
This was the map that they chose, and for good reason, by the look of it. We were talking about Fluxo looking good in maps that we had seen them play in Brazilian Challenges, but a different level when you're playing against C9 on a map that they enjoy playing here. They look very prepped, very ready, and it was another one of those Oxy takeover games too. I think it can be a little bit easier. There are smaller choke points that they're going to have to go through. This is going to be a fake on the pistol. Mazine loves faking. A lot of the time his Sky utility is used on the opposite side of the map to where his team are intending to go.
Just looking to insert Zenatsu up forwards. Cam though is going to be able to spot that it is just Zenatsu.
Oh look, they're rotating immediately.
Yeah, they've immediately realised the slack fake
they know
pressure.
it's a fake.
Builds off into spawn though, some of them, and now they see it, the explosion forwards, but Jack ready to respond, and we're going to see it now with a util flying forwards, stun as well as the rest of the team. Cloud9, again, the continuation of that pack mentality, just grouped up, following where the action is.
That's immaculate stuff. The recognition that that was a fake so early on.
I mean, maxing.
Yeah, going and grabbing the orb in the middle of this. The cam from Fireball Ops is a really good answer, but also just understanding the tendencies of your opponent. That they do like to fake a lot with their Sky util. And the Sky, Mazine, the leader, he's now stood here with an impossible task on his shoulders. Try to win a 1v5 to recover a pistol round.
He's revealed his hands. Definitely hope a couple of these stray shots go his way, but swiftly dealt with. Just with the ghosts in hand here. Pistol round early here for Cloud9.
And at the beginning of this stage, C9 could not find a pistol to save their lives.
They really couldn't.
It was an actual impossibility for them to win on the pistol. In this game, they've only lost a single one of them. And they very quickly turned that one back around. So great starts to these halves in general from C9. And a great opening here, showcasing some good prep, good defensive setups, really good quick reactions. And all bangers end on split. All bangers also have a Pausa Technica.
Of course, yeah, they have to.
That's how it goes.
It's obligated, I think. Yeah, as you can see on the stage, it's looks like one of the players.
Yeah, it's a mild audio issue.
On the FluxShow side of the stage.
Zelsis looked like he was thinking really hard there. I could see the cogs turn.
Yeah, was he about to stand up and fix it, the problem? Is that what you're implying?
I don't know. I'm really not sure.
Yeah. Into the action soon enough, though, as soon as we resolve this one.
Yeah, there's pressure on both of these teams, but I think Fluxo in particular, after you have such a great start on your map pick, you're feeling like you're on top of the world, and then that adrenaline crash as just none of your ideas are working on map 2 can be pretty tough to pick yourself back up from.
It's a reality check, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, audio issue resolved. Heading back into the game.
Yeah, there you go.
Very quick.
Sweet, we like that.
Seamless. Seamless. A couple things to note in terms of Fluxo's attack side if you haven't seen it before. JZZ is very committed to these A-lurks. Pala and Zenatsu have this fast double dash up mid. But on this eco, they're just hoping, by the look of it, that they can bait Oxy into going for something aggressive here. Maybe they can play for an ult orb?
Yeah, some level of information given to Jack. Doesn't paint out the whole picture. Fluxo are not keen to really engage.
Fireball Ops has changed his cam position. And it can actually see over the top of some portion of this wall.
There's only JZZ spotted there by the dog, so it doesn't give away the game. Now that's going to be giving things away. You see the Jet updrafting, up and away into that one. It's a cheeky idea. Love that one, but Jack is locked in and ready to go, but he just can't quite pull out the pistol in time. Fireballs, though, immediately taking up vicinity and a lot of this space forwards. The trade's pretty good. Cloud9 still have the better weaponry while we're at it. Gun's not really able to be reclaimed, and JZZ can't do much on that high ground perch. Bring around the rosies. Mazine just trying to barely escape out. Hold on. Can't really slip the net, though, can he? Vic, though, is going to be watching for this one. Maybe if he was blessed with the right clicks, but we're not living in that era.
You can see there the threat that they posed, though, with the double duelist. They didn't have the guns to be able to execute it, but that dash in from Pala hides inside of his Cloudburst. Second Sky Flash comes out. This pressure right here. You can imagine a world where that starts snowballing, either because Pala gets the kill or Zenatsu gets the trade. It can be a tough comp to play against. Oh,
no.
Oh, the lid was on.
The
lid was on. We're saved from another tech pause. Hallelujah. All right, this might be that double dash up mid that I was talking about. No, they're just waiting for a reaction. Again, Mazine is going to be putting pressure with this Sky util in the opposite direction to where his team is looking to eventually try to take positions.
Very slow going. Just purely holding from sewers. Bit of a high-low.
Look, they're immediately re-clearing this. There's a question mark created at top ramp, and instantly, Jack with a flash, Zelsis goes and clears it, and now they know that that A-ramp pressure was fake.
Even using the dog.
Yeah.
There it is.
Just to make sure. I mean, and now there's no threat over towards A-ramp at all. And Mazine sends the pack away from him once more. The initiator utility is not for you guys. It's purely for the fake.
There's no follow-up over this, though. Doesn't really tell much on either side. JZZ would be hearing that the Trailblazer was used, so that's why he's calling for the mass rotation. There is no pre-clear going to be occurring, but this angle from Fireball Ops could be everything. It's a very aggressive angle, but he's only got to go to work with, so why not? And there it is. 2 shots. We'll clean it up. Pala straight in there with a trade. Fast lane, but no follow-up.
Pala's
the one with a
spike.
spike. Yeah. Just took note of that one. It's an unusual plant spot.
Nobody over towards A-ramp to stop the retake from coming through. 4v4 and C9 have got bad weapons, but good positioning.
Yeah, positioning could be everything, as we've seen. It's the nature of split these days. Fluke show the ones that are twisting and turning, feeling that they are penned in a corner, because that's exactly what the case is. The stun is good with the connection. It's perfect at that. Oxy straight in there with a Guardian, and this guy is not stopping anytime soon. Damage done. Finally stunted. This is still a potential now for Cloud9, especially with shots like this. The damage done, and
whoa.
Vic, he wasn't dropping down there. Maybe there was a world. It's barely handled. Fluke show get it on the board.
Yeah, it's an important round for Fluxo to be able to actually put on the board. But man, the ghosts were popping heads all over the place, and that's actually done quite a bit of damage there. There's going to be at least one player coming into the next round without a rifle, by the look of things. Or they're going to have to compromise on utility. Big aim dink. Jack almost being able to pick up Parla. Important kills, though, to put on the board. Yeah, they are going to sacrifice a bit of util. No boombot, no sky heal.
Deep cam into the corner. Has to be dealt with.
Weird scenario here where Parla is inserted, you know, into a little corner, just almost as if they're expecting an A push. I think it's really unlikely C9 are going to A push on a mid-round timing like that. B main reclear makes a lot more sense. Oxy gets posted on a deep angle.
Exactly right. Cloud9 not wasting the space that they've been given.
However, they have given Zenatsu a lot of space in B heaven if he wants to go and take it.
Just sat there, though. I don't really know what the objective is.
I think he will come back eventually to help with the B split. JZZ is starting to come back over here as well. JZZ and Zenatsu can meet up. Fighting B main is everything.
Flashes a connect, though, and there it is. Paranoia's want to play off the back of this one alongside that stun. It's B main control. You said it. It's everything. Another smoke going to be layered down on top of it, but you've lost control over towards B heaven. It's a pain point here for Cloud9. Especially if they want to be over-aggressive onto B.
I think this is fairly obvious that they're going for a play through B heaven right
30
now.
seconds
When you
left.
smoke it off like this, surely C9 are aware.
Feels
yeah,
like
they
it.
are.
Dropping down together. They don't really have a flash to play themselves in, and it's a bit disjointed here. Parla, though, still has found his footing onto the side. Needs the rest of the pack now to rejoin him. Moving forwards, Cloud9. It's Vic and Jack. Forwards now, time is of the essence, and there's not a lot to go around. Fluke Show have got to try and find a way forwards now with 8 seconds remaining. The plan has to be committed. It's Mazine into the corner, and that ice has a 1v1. Mazine not able to help out. Snakebite layered down, and that is it. Damage done and more. Another round win. Added up onto the belt here of Cloud9.
Fluxo's success on Lotus came from double duelist diving onto anchors and destroying them. Where's that gone?
I don't know.
Where is it? Why are they now playing a really slow thinking man's kind of game where they're inserting people into unusual positions?
In those moments, you know, try to make plans go together, okay?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Little boys all grown up.
Well, listen, I don't need to be hearing that from Zelsis either. Especially with words like that coming out your mouth, but it's just... It's been a long day.
Don't do that to me.
It's been a long day.
Don't do that to me.
It's been, you did it to yourself. It's been a long day. 3-1. Let's lock in, shall we? Let's lock in.
There's a little bit of sting here. Hold on. There's knives. And there's a gun on JSSA. Why is JSSA not having the gun with the pack? Seems a bit weird to have that on the lurker. Again, Mazine using Sky Util that's not to set up his duelists.
It feels like they've lost the plot a little bit.
I don't get it, man.
It feels like they've lost the plot.
They feel very reluctant to just let Parla and Zenatsu off the leash.
You can afford to take a few more risks here, though, like you were saying, the Blade Storm. There's danger here.
Give Zenatsu the gun and just let him go.
Just send it a little bit. Seeker's going to be used at that minute mark. Clear up a lot of this one here. They're all going to be broken in through mid, apart from one there. There we go. Okay.
50 seconds. They've taken mid, but they don't have anything else.
Yeah.
They love going for 1-3-1 defaults. That is how Fluxo often play. But they're going to come back into a B pop. Zelsis hasn't used a snake bite. Still Fireball Ops with everything to work with.
JZZ, you have
JZZ
fuel. You have fuel.
He's A lurking as his team goes for a B exec.
It's bizarre. It's bizarre. Power's going to be shut down straight out of the eye. Clay Pigeon shooting out through the back of the side. It's the overdrive forcing the issue. And what a shot there, Tui's. It's a cracking one. Puts Oxy to rest almost immediately now. We're going to see that Cosmic Divide to split up the site.
Ooh, that flash was bad. Went into the smoke. JZZ might have a chance here.
13 seconds left. Tui's now picking up that upgrade. Jack being hard pressed now. Trailblaze is also going to be broken, just dodging and weaving here, taking a lot of damage though, and there it is, a round on the board.
Hard fought for Fluxo, but it's a shot from Tui's. That one Sheriff shot to shut down Oxy when he's in the middle of his ult is everything in this round. Absolutely everything. I'm not a big fan of the way that they set themselves up for Successor. I think they made it harder than it needed to be. They had their only rifle was on an A lurk as they hit a B exec. It's crazy stuff. But somehow, that trophy-lifting caliber comes out of Tui's again. Hits the shot that he needs to be able to get them across the line. Parla going to help JZZ on this lurk. They do this a lot where they have Parla and JZZ holding a kind of 1-2-2 default. Very strange, in my opinion. Because they're also, Parla and JZZ are not looking for an early aggressive time. It's still passive, but they commit an extra body over there.
It's like holding for aggression that's not really going to be arriving anytime soon.
Do they go for an A exec with Mazine this time?
It's Cam. It's devious. Might be able to catch the timing as well, spotting a couple of these players out. Yep, Fireball Ops wants to spam off of this one. Saw that they were crossing, and he's called for it immediately. Player's going to be returning out. Cloud9 trying to help out. It's Natsu. Satchel movement. It's going straight up into the skybox now, and as well, how are they going to be bursting through this one? There it is with a dash forwards. Eventually do find a bit of a pocket to play forwards and through and in, but Fireball Ops is just chipping away at them. Making it hard press really for them to get anything whatsoever. JZZ has gone for the plant onto A, and Tui's is miles away.
Yeah, but he's an Astra. I think you actually can get away with that here if you're Tui's.
He's got to speed up. They're going to be aware, surely. They're going to be looking behind them. Now they've realized it, yeah.
I mean, the pull's on a 40-second cooldown, though.
Yeah, it's miles away now. Tui trying to get involved. It's up to the anchor players. JZZ, what can you do? Can you stand up to it? Not quite. Cloud9 have every angle covered.
I got to give a lot of credit to Fireball Ops. He's finding cams all over the place on A that are devastating Fluxo's play.
Big ult too.
Yeah, the ult was fantastic, wasn't it? Completely exposed what Tui was going for. But the setup, he catches Mazine coming in off the trip. The cam spots all of the information and gives the defensive rotates tons of time to get there. That's probably the third or fourth round where his cam has spotted the A pressure. And this is a massive problem for Fluxo to deal with. And part of the problem is that they're trying to play this very slow, intelligent game on their attack side, 1-3-1 defaulting and hoping that they're denying a lot of information. Mazine constantly using his Sky Util away from the pack to disguise his intentions, but in reality, then they just walk towards Fireball Ops and he goes, lads, they're coming this way. Yeah. And it's as simple as that. Fireball Ops,
all out.
I have loved the way that this guy has had a glow up. When he first joined the team, this squad was having a lot of troubles. And you didn't really get to see the talent shine from him and Jack. Well, now recently, especially on Split, I've loved watching him on Split. Having Imi drop down to that assistant coach position and just give Fireball Ops a bunch of information about what the defending setup looks like and how you should best lurk into these spots. It seems to have empowered him, and his aim has been crispy. It's just been a joy to watch.
It feels like finally we're getting the best out of all these promising talent joined into Cloud9. Absolutely everybody is flourishing as a result of it. New direction as well. Via being put into that head coach seat, and honestly credit to Imi as well. A lot of the preparation, as players have been talking about it, is anti-shading. Pretty clear win cons, and we're seeing an adjustment at a setup on the other side of the timeout.
Yeah, very different. Anticipating that Fluxo would try to move away from the Cypher setup. Go for something simple like a B-pop.
They'd be right.
Yeah, especially if Zenatsu can pick up the orb. Like, this makes sense from Fluxo's point of view. A aggression for the first time as well. If they had gone for that double setup, maybe they could have caught Oxy here, but instead, they're getting set up for this B pop.
He's the first one in. Yeah, I mean, it's the flash force to set himself up and not anticipating it. Fireballs wasn't ready for that level of aggression onto the one side. Zanatsu will punish all the way into spawn here. Cloud9 all over the place here, but they are rapidly approaching him through spawn. Oxy is there.
Jizzes is holding for it.
It's an aggressive line, but maybe advantaged as well if Oxy's not ready for this one. The Bulldog, yet in play, he's ready. Intact now, showstopper utilized.
In a 5v3. I mean, that shows you how scattered they are mentally. I think they just don't have the confidence and the bandwidth to be thinking about how they should be saving those ultimates. They weren't under that much pressure there, honestly. But fair enough. I mean, listen, end of the day, that was a bit of a weaker buy. They also come in with a very simple game plan. We are going to go towards B. We are going to pop onto the anchor, bringing it back to what was working on Lotus. Did it work? Hell yeah, it did.
Yep.
They ran down 5 all-ups immediately. I want to see more of that.
Keep it simple. Works out as well. I mean,
keep it faster as well.
Yeah.
I can patch a bullet hole or
Shows the state, I think. The tension that they're feeling potentially in this one. They were having to use ults towards the tail end of that one, but
yeah.
At the end of the day, a round win is a round win.
I think if we had seen this map go from Lotus to Split, we'd probably be seeing them playing with a lot more aggression and confidence.
Yeah.
But it feels like that got beaten out of them on Breeze.
Especially when it's one of your better maps and it's just getting hard red. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, Cloud9 had so many good ideas to shut them down.
Yeah. Gets in your head a lot. All right, so now splitting apart the setup here. 5 all-ups with some of his setup on A, and then a trip for Vic to play with at New Box for the B Heaven player to spam off and get a kill. Interesting idea.
Oh, Vic. 75 health. Drop down here. Spotting some of the presence. The setup being peeled back to a degree.
Causes Zelsis to lean over, wondering if he needs to commit a snakebite. Jizzes here might try to activate, but they're ready for him. They're clearing him.
So they are clearing him as well. Just trying to peek off the back of that one. And shots on either side. Is Fireball the one to claim that kill?
1-for-1 is not bad, actually, though, especially when it's the demon known as Oxy who has fallen. He dropped 400 ACS on Breeze. Get him out.
Increasingly obvious, though, where this hit's going to be coming through onto. Vic's already placed down that smoke. Didn't use that paranoia early. He's waiting for the next level of util to be used. And there it is. Flies forwards and it goes on either side. The rest of Cloud9 are already in play, but there it is. Great flash on either side. So that's just leads with the 2. Vic playing towards the back, but he just keeps his hand to the open. Not ideal. 2 can't capitalize in time. It's Jack that saves the day.
Jack to close it out there. He had a really difficult little clutch situation earlier on, and here able to clean up. Top of the scoreboard for C9 on that janitor duty. Oh, look at that. Cam catching contact. That wasn't really the issue. I really like, actually, the fact that they were able to still get past the trip at New Box with a flash for Zanatsu to play on.
Good hold, guys.
Come on, Jack.
It's closer, at the very least, when Fluxo are going for ideas like that, the B-pop.
Yeah, finding ways to get in, but
this is not going to be a full A committal, though, because Zanatsu's over towards mid. So they're still planning on just A-ramp defaulting by the look of it. They're not even committing the spike to this. It's going to be another one of these slightly slower rounds.
Gearing up. Slow walking as much as they possibly can up to ramp, but this is not the time for it. I mean, listen, Oxy's already on it.
Just as his being cleared as well. C9 have been extremely proactive at clearing those A-ramp positions.
Hard rotating.
Yeah, they've got a read that it's going to end B. Like, anytime there's fake A-ramp pressure, it's a B finish. And they just know. Zanatsu's got to be the playmaker here up through B Heaven. Yeah. This is the gap that C9 is leaving.
It's a significant one. No one's watching Heaven this entire time. Zanatsu, it's a prime opportunity potentially for him to jump on it, but Oxy just turns his attention towards it and snaps to it. Straight to the dome. Zanatsu finished. And they're saving now at this point. 35 seconds left. Everybody just settling into their positions. Cloud9 get ever closer.
30 seconds left.
Fluxo get the whole of mid, but it just feels like they don't quite know what to do with it.
No.
They could run a B split, and I think it would be devastatingly good.
I mean, Cloud9 is so... I mean, they're all in.
The whole of Heaven.
Yeah. The entirety of B Heaven. It's a nightmare if you're anchoring B as a defender.
Yeah.
If you lose control of that space.
I think Zelsis has to be really cautious playing against this comp in general in mid. Like, mid is not an area that you can particularly defend. If you think about how Vipers would normally want to defend it with the orb and, you know, playing around that, both duelists can jump on boxes and see above your orb. They can run you down with some fast flash and dash play in mid. Izelsis has to give up a lot of mid control, so you can just take it. And if you just walk up mid, then you're going to be able to run really good splits. There is a reason why this map is called Splits. Nightmare for SDK.
Yeah, SDK contemplating.
Oh, haven't seen one of those before.
Second guessing.
Maybe heard something in the comms that he liked. You know, he was gonna call for just B hits, and then here's his team say it anyway. Fireball Ops fell to one of these explosive B pops before. Can they find him once again?
Again, he's going to be challenged. He's going to be watched for here, but he sees all that util moving forwards now. He's got at least the trips to help out. Big reveal. Oxy's all the way forwards again, running straight towards them, and he's just ripping them apart. It's 2 kills. Rest of Cloud9 trying to flood him, and JZC with a difference maker. This time, spelling it all the way out. That's a pit that's going to be dropped down. Gives him a bit of cover now into the 2v2. 2Es though, only on 5 HP. And that snake bite, that's going to be finding it. With the pit up, perhaps there's going to be a chance. Sidestepping. Dodging past the Trailblazer.
The dog's going to find it by process of elimination. They know where JZZ is now, I think.
Surely, but still obfuscated for now. Another tap to see if they can pull JZZ out into the opening. Doesn't have that snake bite! Snap it to the side.
He's done what he can.
He really has. It's Celsius, though, that has it under control.
You can see the way that C9 are adapting and learning over time. They've been caught a couple of moments in rounds earlier by that double blast pack and the flash play out through new box. You normally expect double duelist teams to go straight down the gut, but Fluxo have been doing a lot more of this new box push. And you see Oxy and Vic just read it completely here. There's a paranoia down the line as they flood out through heaven. And then Oxy's running around inside those smokes knowing that he could just clean people up.
Come on, baby, let's go.
C9 are fully in control of this. I mean, the score is still only at 7-3 right now. It's not like they are dominating with a 10-2 half like it was on Breeze, but they are the team controlling every aspect of this.
Yeah. Certainly are, and then finally SDK hits the button. He was contemplating it earlier, didn't go for it, wanted to trust in the team, but now feeling like they need these last few rounds.
Yeah.
Essential work needs to be done to just make it even
That's the second time as well.
Yeah, exactly, right? Which is probably why he was umming and ahhing about it, right? Because you don't want to be wasting it potentially, but it's not going to be a waste if you can get your team back on track.
If you can get another 2 rounds out of this, give yourself a 7-5 half to work with, and then you're going into your defense side where you have an idea of how C9 want to play it, it's still going to be very tough. This comp is an attack-sided comp. If you go in down at the half, no matter what, you are going to be feeling like you're under pressure. But listen, a 7-5 is better than a 9-3. Genius VCT analysis coming at you from Sideshow. You won't find it anywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's not like you need a university degree to do this, so.
Cheap shot.
I'm right there with you, buddy. We're in the same boat. We'll see it now. Aggression. This is what Fluxo were trying to wait for the entire time with that slow default, but just on the other side of the timeout, it's a perfect twist in the tail. It's being woven out here by Cloud9. Unanticipated. They've been passive almost the entire time, waiting for the fight to come to them.
Yep.
And now they turn up the tempo.
And they were just holding that in the back pocket until the second tag timeout was used. It's a great thing to go for. It disrupts it. It's pretty much like what was happening on Breeze. There is a massive gap here for Mazin to go forwards, but he's going to be so tentative. There could be players around any one of these corners. But if he can find a gap, maybe JZZ can come back to him. Maybe they can pull out some brilliance like JZZ's 4K in the previous round. He's got every piece of his util to work with. There's a chance.
There is a chance. When you're being given this much space and this much respect.
The problem is the guy with the spike is also the guy that feels like he has to make the play. JZZ needs to get into a more aggressive position.
Get involved. That's a spike drop down.
Get involved, bro.
There's 22 seconds left.
Well, it's a save now.
Yeah. Definitely will be. Decision is made. That's not what you want to see.
Nah, it's very frustrating from Mazin's point of view when, you know, he's secured the whole of the B site and he feels like he could be in an opportunity to make a play, but he can't do everything.
No. I got to say, though, we've got to speak positives. Cloud9 be coming out with some absolute worldy of reactions outside of the timeouts.
Yeah. The two maps that they feel comfortable on in this pool, Breeze and Split, they've just been cooking.
Yeah. And the fast tempo play here just went the entire game. Fluxo just been expecting it, waiting, holding these very slow defaults, 2-2-1s, whatever you want to call it. And then they immediately turn it up.
I'd love to see Fluxo themselves do something fast. They have a very fast mid-take. I've seen them do it. But not in this game.
1-3-1.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Potentially.
They team flashed.
It's an updraft.
It's a disaster.
Don't start. It's early days. No one's died yet. Mid control's going to be theirs. If Oxy goes down, he just wins a fight out. JZZ. That just... It's going to be easing up the pressure now from that A lurk angle. No longer a problem. Up through B heaven. It's all to play for now. Victor onto this high ground. That is it. Lovely is the entry. Zenatsu. Straight side stepping most of it now. Trailblazer as well. Going to be dodged and juked.
Look at Oxy on the flank.
He's so fast. He's already taken up residency. B main control is his. And listen, Fluxo are none the wiser. They are not aware at all. Two drop down, facing the wrong way. All that pressure. Cloud9. Create a perfect pocket to play around at Oxy. Quick to jump on it now. And it's a plan that has to be committed.
Zenatsu need to pick. If he can find a kill, he has the ult.
It's just a wall though. Cosmic Divide slips past though, and he's found an angle potentially to work around. Ult now online, showstopper. It's going to be used. Bleeding time off the clock, and with that, a kill found. Fireball ops. Found and straight down again once more. Fuse running out. Might as well fire a rocket. Doesn't buy you as much time as you were hoping for, but with shots like that,
what a round!
Who the hell cares? Fluxo, they potentially now have a lifeline.
What a round from Fluxo that was. They got themselves into a great position, and then they fumbled it a little bit with Oxy's flank, and then they recovered it with some incredible playmaking from Zenatsu and Parla, powered by their duelist ults. We do not need to see that part again. The rest was brilliant.
You can see the blade storms though. Taking over towards the end there. That's a lovely shot. I mean, just a preempt as well.
Yep.
The swing in the face, it is sublime, and it's potentially given his team a chance.
All right, so Oxy, I was watching from home and couldn't believe my eyes when I saw C9 pull off an incredible win. And I mean, listen, I know you guys are great, but 100 Thieves is an excellent team. They've been playing great all stage long. What was that reaction? And how'd you guys feel when you walked off that stage after beating what was arguably like the best team in your group?
I will say, after the G2 game, we were a little shaky, but I'm not gonna lie, we caught our stride and we were very confident after the 100 Thieves win, so
yeah,
very happy now.
Okay, so look at that, so happy, so thrilled, so full of joy in life. Love to see it. Look at this happiness. Enjoy.
As a happy guy. As a happy little guy at the top of the scoreboard.
It's nice to see Cloud9 have definitely turned around a lot of those frowns that we were seeing earlier on in the stage. They were in just a dismal state, to be honest, the way that they were playing, but they are looking a lot better week on week, and it shows, honestly. Good adjustments and reactions, but highlighting and focusing, I think. Fluxo, maybe there's a chance, maybe there's a wall. A pistol round brings it into more of a possibility.
We heard from the Fluxo players earlier on, and they were talking about the dream powering them through. Well, they are down at 8-4. The dream is hanging on by a thread here in the upper bracket of play-ins. And they are facing a C9 attack side that has lurk threats on either avenue. I think C9 are really good at piloting this combat. They put pressure on both outsides of the map with their lurkers, and then they have 3 through the middle. It's tough to play against.
There's a lot of pressure. JZA just going to be conceding a lot of this mid space.
At the moment, the game plan is to have players taking aggressive contact behind this Viper wall and in front here. So if Mazine can hold on, maybe they've got a hope.
It's a very committed position though, and he needs a bit of a bailout. That's what Zanatsu's job is, but as he tries to activate, now players are going to be swinging through and around. JZA straight there, along with Mazine. There's a lot of damage done. Snakebite, these sails a little bit further forwards here, but Cloud9 just call for the pause. Heal in the back pocket. Can bring Fireball Ops way back up. They've got to try and find a way forwards now. Plant's still not down. 30 seconds left. Now we're seeing that discipline.
20 seconds until Jack gets a flashback. It's that kind of thing that they're going to be wanting to play around, but I don't think Fluxo are going to give them the timing. Pala should be trying to fight this one. Got a Sheriff, got a dash.
All the way forward. They've got the right tools for the job. We'll see how they can get it done now. Ash starts going to be layered down too. He's barely there, but oh my! It's C9. Just circling and swirling around the site there. Just get one step ahead of it all.
The retake, like a house of cards, came tumbling down all at once. Ghost shots hitting between the eyes, left, right, and center. That's a tragedy. C9's pistols, though, have been immaculate. They've lost a single pistol. I guess they lost a follow-up of a pistol as well. But pretty much they've been dominating when it comes to these pistol rounds. Fluxo have never been able to start a half on the right footing. And that's got to hurt mentally.
Scout destroyed.
I think it's difficult to get anything done. Just trying to claw their way to victory, but it's all been going wrong for them.
Vic holding a paranoia here, just in case there was any level of A aggression. But the A side of the map is actually the weak one.
Yeah, Fireball Ops just trying to scope things out, see where the presence is. They spot Mazine out. Doesn't actually give away the game.
No. You've seen one player jiggle peeking on either side. Hard to tell where the stack is. Fireball Ops, if he... I mean, it is a good idea for Fireball Ops to walk in right now, even if he dies, just to see if the stack exists. This is a really nice idea. He's the player that only has a pistol. When he spots these final 2 players,
yeah, there
all right,
it is.
Now you can accelerate on A.
That's going to confirm it. No, A's going to be weaker.
That's a good anti-eco protocol.
Straight in. Not holding on to a lot of the map control, though. Cloud9 all bunkering down onto the site. Going to try and fight for some more control. Celsius. This is risky.
Yeah.
With a rifle alone against potential eco that's going to be swarming you.
He's got himself out into a decent position. Is he going to hear Tui's? No.
Let's knife out. Slow walking. Tui's is looking to see if he can activate off his team's pressure now. He's going to flash forwards, and that it should be curtains. That's a rifle handed over. It's dissecting most of this site. Screens, though, still control there for Cloud9, and with the long-range weaponry, surely going to be able to find a way forwards. Time ticking. Shots still ringing out, though. Zanatsu trying to find it, and JZA just desperately trying to get on board, trying to find a win con. Not that half earned. It has to be that full stick, and Jack knows it. Can run it down to the bitter end. 10-4 is the scoreline we're looking at.
It's an expensive one, but C9 will just be happy that they managed to convert it there. Zelsis getting himself into a solo position with a rifle did add a little bit flavor of danger, let's say, to the round. And it should give Fluxo an opportunity to come into this next one with a huge eco advantage.
Nice, boys! All right, it don't matter how we do it, it's that we did it.
It's an important mantra.
Yeah, well, knocked them down to the Stingers. Looks sure we'll be taking every single advantage and win they can get, really, at this point.
Fireball Ops has just walked straight past Mazine and Parla here. Dog, can he
Trailblazers
dodge
missed
it?
him.
Oh,
Missed him.
What?
Just missed him completely with the timing now, and it's just Cloud9 taking over all the way through mid. Just swarming a lot. Oh, hey, up. What's going on? Parla second-guessing himself.
Hello, what are you doing there?
Doing a spit take. Yeah, he's like, you're not on my team. Finally rooting him out, though. Still, this is a dangerous situation to be in. VCT has to be conceded here in the footsteps. Tui's was hoping for that lucky connection.
Yeah, he can't die here, though. They're going to have to try to play the 3v4 retake. It's going to be very tough. C9 have put themselves in a nice position to win this round.
I'm sure they're not.
I think Vic might have just slipped the timing as well. There's no way that Mazine thinks he's there.
They're not joined up.
Oh, look at that. What a devious timing that Vic has just found past Mazine and Parla.
Smoke's going to be dropped down now, but it's going to be Vic as the insurance policy. High ground angle. Zelsis laying up top. He's going to be dodging a lot of this util, and there it is. A flash and a swing coordinated well here. Time again ticking away. And once more the options running dry. Decision again made for them. It is a heartbreaking fashion.
Yeah.
In which the way that these rounds are going, this Brazilian squad just cannot get anything done.
No, they're coming apart at the seams here. So. Tuiz at least manages to hold on to the gun, but all of these incredibly important rounds, whether it be the pistol or anti-bonuses like this, C9 did not come into this one with goodbye. Everybody on C9 died in the previous. The weapon advantage was massive for Fluxo, but they just couldn't hold on. And they also demonstrated that they don't actually have a good macro understanding of the timings of the lurks, because Fireball Ops, despite the fact he didn't get a kill, just slipped the net up through ramp.
Straight past it.
While the actual action was happening elsewhere.
It's a hard committed position here by Mazine. Flash is going to be getting that connection now, but there's going to be plenty more action where that came from. Players are rapidly approaching his position. And this is putting a squeeze on. Reinforcements are going to be late arriving. Cloud9 have got full residency. The A side, there's for the taking. Should be that 12th round. A smoke, cause for concern, but cleared up nevertheless.
Vic's the extra layer here too, another threat.
Yeah, forward onto the angle. It's going to be cleared. It's one way to do it. JCA puts his body on the line. At least going to be traded out. Main control though, still active as long as Zelsis is alive. Potentially could be swinging from the side, exactly what his team needed. It's Zaratsu straight from the top there, but Oxy trying to hit it with a transfer. Can't quite get that online, but it does just leave it up to Zaratsu, and there it is, Zelsis. Straight from main, up to 12 now for Cloud9. One more round is all it's going to take.
The story early on for this match felt like Fluxo were coming in with a lot of fire, a lot of passion, on a revenge tour to try to fight back against those teams at the top of the totem pole that have done so much damage to them in the past. Yeah, it's just another bruise here to add to the pile. Despite the successes of Lotus, they would need to win 8 in a row right now, and there's a great chance they're going to get 13 forward, just like they did on Breeze. They've been down and out in these final 2 maps.
Staring down the barrel at this point. That lower bracket is awaiting them with open arms. It's been hard going for them. Especially against this Cloud9 team that have just woken up, really. Map 2 onwards. I don't know what kind of pep talk they were given, but clearly worked.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Scout destroyed.
Ults online potentially to put a stop to any of this one here. It's a Trailblazer that's clearing up the picture. Tuiz, a pixel angle forwards. Start layer down, but there's a pullback. See if he can bait another fight out, and definitely feeling like he needs to take the risks. Leading into that individuality. He's doing a lot of damage in the process.
They need a hero play from someone like that. The most successful guy on the squad historically.
Parla forwards, he's next up. Teammate at his back. Jack and Fireball just drifting in, seeing what they can get, and it's good movement. I mean, he hasn't taken any damage in the process. Avoided most of it now, and an Oro Fett is going to be pointing out these players' positions.
30 seconds
Surely
left.
this can't go wrong. I mean, listen. Taking over control of this one, 25 seconds left. And
all on Mazine.
Pointing it out, it is on Mazine now. Just with the Bulldog, he's trying to flip to the side. Jack has already taken him out. Hold on, Seekers now pushing forwards. Fireball Ops now. Forward position. Is this going to be accounted for? That is the question. The answer is no. Fireball Ops. He might just put a stop to it. It's all on Parla's shoulders now. Bladestorm out. It's damage done. A weakened Jack just trying to run himself away. Fireball Ops trying to activate off to the side. And it is all gone too wrong. Too much in the end. The bright lights blinding. And Cloud9 standing up to that test. They shake off that map 1 from earlier. And they show that new form that they've been cooking in the oven.
An absolutely dominant performance, as you're saying. On the maps that C9 are comfortable on, they were clearly way better today than Fluxo. Looking like a very confident Tier 1 squad.